the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks.
Opie and Anthony.
Hi. Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
All right, we get it.
We were number one across the board with men in morning drive radio here in New York City.
Yeah.
We're doing better. In men, we were number one, and in women, we crept up to number 375.
So I went to the acupuncturist, and this fine Chinese doctor pops about 20 needles in me. Would you take a needle? What do you need curing besides your alcoholism?
What's up, Anthony? Is the date officially over?
No.
Do you need help?
Is you being held hostage?
No, you.
Yes, I'm a hostage of love.
Oh, God.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Are we on? Checking. Of course we are. How does that sound? I don't know. It's what it is.
Like $1 million.
What you're used to. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. What's the matter? You got to be real close? Yeah, I got to be extremely close to this microphone. Unless I'm doing something wrong. Am I talking into the right side of this thing? We are live from Boston in the WBCN studio. If I have to do the whole show like this, smashing the mic into your face. Oh, my God. Is this really how I have to do the radio show? I can't move my head.
Oh, you look cute.
What, Jimmy?
You look cute and hidden.
Oh, Jimmy, that isn't the way it works.
No?
No, you got to talk into the front of it.
I don't want to.
You got to talk into the front of it.
What year is it?
I know.
Is this better?
Yeah, that's better for you.
It's good. Truman won, by the way. Stupid old Mike.
Oh, my. Look, can you move back a little bit?
Probably not. Got to just shove your face right onto the mic.
Oh, my God. Did they change the microphone since the last time we were in Boston? I'm thinking they did.
Roll up some silly putty and put it across the bridge of your nose so it feels like a war helmet.
Wow, well.
You really got to have this in your face, don't you?
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward. I don't want this big black thing right in front of my face like this.
They're really kind of creepy.
It is, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yes, we are live in Boston. Since the last time we talked to you guys, we saw Stone Temple Pilots twice.
Yep.
We were on a choo-choo train. We slept in a hotel room for maybe 4 hours.
At most.
The fine folks here in Boston gave us a great suite at a really nice hotel. We saw the suite for what, 4 hours, 4.5 hours?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That was it. It wasn't even like you could go back after the show maybe and catch a snooze. Pack all your stuff when you leave for the studio.
Yeah.
So we had to it was like fleeing. We're on the lam. We've been on the lam for 2 days.
And for what reason, we're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, we love coming up to Boston, but we would like to come up to Boston and actually see Boston.
Yeah, that would be nice. We usually don't. We see the studio.
No.
Maybe a venue
of
some sort. And then a hotel room for 10 minutes.
And then do the radio show and then leave immediately because everything has to be immediate with us. I don't really understand that.
Yeah,
Show's over. We have 15 minutes to get to the train station.
Yeah.
To go back to New York.
Hurry up. We're going to be late.
To rush home to do what?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Why couldn't we hang in the hotel? Hang here for 2 days. I love Boston.
I would love to be here another day.
I saw that hotel room last night, and I wanted to buy a Stone Temple Pilots record and break it, because I missed the hotel all day to get blown off by that band. I was so irritated yesterday.
You were irritated, right?
Oh, was I cranky?
When we were doing interviews yesterday, not interviews, we were hanging out on the air up here in Boston on WBCN, and I commented that it's such a douchey move by bands But obviously they had the River Rave up here, and the headliner was Stone Temple Pilots. And then it comes down to, like, interviewing Stone Temple Pilots, and they blew us off.
Of course.
And we all knew they were going to blow us off, because on the train, Kenny's like, and you got an interview with Stone Temple Pilots at 7:30.
Like, sure, that's going to happen.
I didn't even prepare, because I knew we weren't going to be talking to Stone Temple Pilots.
Of course not.
And then, so they blow off any acknowledgement that Boston, this fine radio station, brought them to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes time for them to hit the stage. And next thing you know, the BCN backstage passes aren't good anymore. The band has decided anyone with a BCN pass needs to flee the area.
Get out.
And go back into catering.
Yeah.
The whole reason they're in Boston was because of what this station did. Bringing them to town. So Jimmy was completely annoyed. He's like, I'll be in the limo. He just left.
I didn't want to see. Look, I don't want to trash him because BCN brought him up there. Great. I didn't want to see that prima donna sissy walk. I don't care if they dragged him out of the truck under a sheet. I didn't want to look at him. I hate musicians. I hate them. Comics are easy. Here's 10 of you. Here's a sandwich. You're going on a little while.
Yeah.
We're just happy to be there. I hate musicians.
Look, I love STP. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. But, wow, we saw some things in the last 2 days. I mean, Scott Weiland's taking this whole rock star thing a bit seriously.
Is she? Clear the area. Really, Joan Crawford? You want to sashay through alone? Oh, you old sissy. He really bothered me. All right. Terrific.
Well, on Saturday night at the PNC, I mean, you know, we could finally tell the folks what happened, because we were down there for the K-Rock version of this show.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, people were getting a bit antsy.
Oh, a bit?
A bit antsy at the PNC Art Center in Homedale, New Jersey.
We got on stage and told the fine folks that STP was going to be out in mere minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes to STP, so...
and that was right after Filter.
Hang out, yeah.
Filter, just amazing. Richard Patrick, just an amazing vocalist, and, man, they did a great job. Yeah, then Stone Temple Pilots 2 minutes later. We walk off stage, and because I love the band so much, I ran to my seats. I'm like, I got to check this out. And an hour and easily 15 minutes later, there's still no band. The booing's getting louder at the PNC Arts Center.
Yeah.
One of the security people that works for the venue goes, "We are heading toward a riot. We are heading toward a riot." He openly said, "This is not a good situation."
And what's the reason? Do they think it's cool to make the crowd that paid good money sit there for an hour and a half?
I hate them.
And just wait after they've cut off the beer supply? So now you're just sitting there, you're starting to get a hangover because you stopped drinking, and you're just getting all rambunctious.
Yeah.
But is that a good idea? Do they sit there and just go, "This is great, let's just, completely annoy our audience"?
Well, I mean, that's a good question, because I looked at Kenny. Kenny was sitting with us, and I said, "Kenny, let's go backstage. Something's up." So we run back to the backstage area just in time to see some S going down.
Some fireworks.
Where is Kenny? He's got to help me through this story. If you can find a microphone that works.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know how to turn that on. Hold on.
Wait, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Were the K-Rock passes still good back then?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so I might have seen what happened. All right.
Why? What happened?
No, you guys tell the story. But
right.
Let's just say that there are certain things that happened at K-Rock that got reported at BCN. Maybe the band didn't want BCN people around.
See some more shenanigans.
Yeah, it could be it.
Yeah, but I mean, I was thinking about that. But isn't this kind of cool for the band?
Sure.
The story I told up here yesterday.
Probably not.
Why not? They're rock stars. This helps you out down the road.
Conflict.
Whatever. So we go backstage just in time to see one of the DeLeo brothers pointing at... There were 2 tour buses backstage at the PNC, and one of the DeLeo brothers, all set and ready to go on stage. They were supposed to be on an hour and 15 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's pointing at this tour bus and going, "Come on out, Axl! Come on, Axl!" Screaming, "Come on out, Axl!"
Well, he was pulling an axle.
And it was Scott Weiland in his own tour bus.
Yeah.
And there was a huge monster of a human being standing right in front of the entrance to the tour bus, not allowing the DeLeo brother, one of the DeLeo brothers, to board the bus of his bandmate.
There would have been a brawl.
There would have been a brawl. And is that right, Kenny? That's what we saw?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to, like, get...
Yeah. Yes.
I still can't hear you.
Working.
Pretend it's a perp you're trying to be polite to.
Huh?
They said it was 2, 3, 4, no?
God,
3, 4.
Yeah. We're all counting in the studio. 2, 3, 4. It should be working, but I don't know.
Kenny.
Good morning. Is this working?
Sort of.
No, it's not.
Get really close.
Well, my big nose is touching it.
Yeah, I think it's just being picked up on the other mics.
Can I try this one?
Yeah, go over there. Danny, talk into that one.
Hello?
Yeah,
That's good.
that's 4.
I'm 4. Kenny's 5.
Huh? That might be 1. Someone told me it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, but I think it goes 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're
that
talking
way.
into the bottom of it.
Kenny, aim it down.
There you go.
There you
Now
go.
twist it around. No, the other way. There you go. Now talk right into there. You go.
Yeah, we were like I Spy.
Oh my God!
that was all loud.
we were like I Spy backstage.
Yeah.
With all the mystery and intrigue.
So, yeah, one of the DeLeo brothers pointing at the bus and screaming, "Come on out, Axel!" Because Scott Weiland wasn't ready to hit the stage yet.
The bass player.
All right, I was just saying one of the DeLeo brothers. That's fine. And then there was a girl outside the bus. I don't know what kind of connection she had to Scott Weiland, but this same DeLeo brother called her the C word and said, "Get off my effing tour, you bitch." And then get off my effing tour. I don't want you on this tour. And then he started screaming because the DeLeo brothers are from Jersey. They're saying, I can't believe he's going to do this in my effing hometown. My effing hometown. Come on, Axel. Come on. Screaming, losing his mind. Next thing you know, the tour bus opens, and Scott Weiland walks out looking like Weekend at Bernie's. Just like, what's up? I'm ready to go. All decked out in his rock and roll attire. Right, Kenny?
Yeah, a white jacket, a big pimp hat.
Huge oversized glasses.
Yeah, and he was more wobbling.
Yeah,
was he wobbly getting off the bus? Yeah.
Big time. And then he wobbles to the backstage area. And now this is at 10:30. Filter got off around 9:15. And the curfew for the PNC is at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's backstage. And now his woman's getting into it with DeLeo because now she's hanging with Scott Weiland. And goes, he called me a C. He called me a C. And then DeLeo right in front of him, Weiland's like, I want you off this effing tour. And then DeLeo gets like literally a couple inches from Scott Weiland's face and goes, can you even do the show, man? Can you do the show? And then Weiland either nodded or said something. We didn't hear that, right?
I think he just like lit a cigarette and walked away. Like he didn't even acknowledge them.
And then all of a sudden he just starts walking to the left side of the stage. The DeLeo brother walked to the right side of the stage. And then if you were in the audience, literally after this whole commotion that went down backstage, they were playing their first song a mere couple minutes later. Like nothing happened.
Wow.
And he was really slow on that stage in Jersey. I've seen Stone Temple Pilots a lot. He was a bit slow. Yeah. A bit lethargic.
Well, they must not have been doing the old, let's get together and I'll sing and you play and I'll put my head on your shoulder.
No, none of that.
This is an Opie and Anthony exclusive report.
Okay.
You won't hear this on TMZ. You only hear this info on Opie and Anthony.
Hopefully you won't even hear it on the replay with that in it.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. So, but they sounded great in Jersey. And then last night they hit the stage on time, and I got to say it, they were way better last night. Way better. What we saw before we had to be whisked away to our hotel room. So
I just wanted out of there at that point.
So we could get a few hours sleep before the broadcast this morning.
Been there for hours.
What happened? Do you think that Weiland's gynecological exam was a little better the second night than the first night?
Jimmy, you're annoyed, right?
Implying he has a vagina.
Just disgusted. I'm disgusted. I don't like musicians to begin with most of the time because I think they're prima donnas and they're little most of them are coddled sissies. I don't like they had a meet and greet for the fans, people that won contests at BCN, and then the lead singer doesn't show up. It's like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
He wasn't even at the venue.
No.
Ugh.
You know, that was the rumor last night. Is he even going to show tonight? We don't even know if he's going to show. And after hanging backstage for the last 2 days for this concert, it's very obvious to me that Weiland's not associating with anyone in the band. He's doing his own thing, showing up just in time to sing the great songs that the Stone Temple Pilots have. So it was very interesting the last couple of days.
So he's a douche.
Yep. Oh, I still love their music, but but he's definitely playing the rock and roll star.
Yeah,
definitely playing it. And I wanted to be backstage to see what kind of shape he was in as he got off the bus. And Jimmy's like, "Oh, I'm out of here."
I couldn't hear that the band wants the backstage area cleared. Really? Of what, the station that sponsored them?
Yeah.
For what?
Why? Because they're babies.
You can't walk past them. It's not like everybody was on stage. We're backstage, and they would have walked through. You might have caught a fleeting glimpse of the band as they walked through, but no. Everybody out.
You're not allowed to do that either. So
you gotta love Sharon Osbourne. Everybody knocks Sharon, but I'm telling you something, man. Nobody on Ozfest pulls this crap.
No.
She doesn't care who you are. She'll just drag you into a room and scream at you. She doesn't care who you are. That's why Ozzy has his ass on the stage. You think she's letting Ozzy go over curfew? No. No, you're not getting racked for $15,000 because he wanted to sing Paranoid at 11:15.
Poor Ozzy.
Made me sick.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're broadcasting live from WBCN here in Boston. Brought to you by Amazing Superstores, right? That's the big sponsor today, Mike.
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, and of course, Coach Mike is wearing his Boston Celtics cap. Thank God you did the right thing.
I tried.
Big rivalry there, huh? Lakers and Celtics, Opie? I have no idea.
I was going to say, can you sound more excited?
I have no idea.
It's a pretty big deal up here.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. I think it's, the first time in 21 years, the Celtics and the Lakers in the finals, right?
87.
87 was the last time.
Oh, yeah?
It's kind of a big deal, Anthony, yeah. I know
Was
you're not
Larry Bird playing back then?
Yeah. Of course he was.
All right.
Of course.
And Magic and Kareem and James Worthy and Kevin McHale. Yeah, those were great days.
So,
what else was Magic doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Dropping a lot of things in the locker room and slowly getting them.
Warrior says Magic Johnson
needs to oil up.
Might have dropped the soap a few times. Warrior also says. And Manny Ramirez, of course, hitting number 500. That's kind of quick, right? He's still a relatively young dude, man.
Yeah.
And Griffey, Kenny Griffey didn't hit his 600th last night.
No, he's at 599.
I go, Kenny, did Griffey hit his 600? Yes. He's still at 599.
I can't count good.
You got the BlackBerry, and it looked like you were freaking, getting your update from your BlackBerry.
I thought that's what I read.
Kenny is just the worst. He is so bad on the train on the way here.
Yeah.
That poor girl. There was this blonde girl, and she's sitting alone, and I don't know. She just seemed to probably just want to be alone. She was having a drink, and Kenny just looks at her and goes, "So you're getting all liquored up?" And then he's like, "I'm quite a catch." Just harassing this poor girl. And we had the nice drunken couple next to us.
So did I.
Kept, hey, wait a minute.
Who are you kidding? Bottle of red and a bottle of white.
That's right.
And that was for the first hour.
Yeah, well, it's a train ride. What are you going to do?
I understand.
Sit there?
So who was the drunk couple next to you? And wow. How drunk were they that you noticed they were the drunk couple?
Oh, because they were drinking. They had white and red also.
Was it the couple across from you?
No, they were to the left. They were to my left.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
the older couple.
Yeah, across the aisle.
the old broad that wanted to have some lesbian action with your fine girl.
Yeah, and then
that was obvious. Me and Kenny are like, I think that lady's interested in Anthony's.
You think she was
in Anthony's girl?
Think she was that way?
Oh, something was going on. She was smitten. She wasn't smitten with you. She was smitten with your girl.
Really?
Oh, very obvious.
Wow.
She was trying to flirt with her and stuff.
She was being a little flirty.
Yeah.
And then she had her husband or boyfriend or whatever the hell that was, and for some reason Kenny ended up dancing with him in the aisle of the train.
Oh, yeah.
What was that about, Kenny? You're dancing with an older gentleman.
We had a moment.
On the Amtrak?
Yeah,
Kenny was... I think Kenny... it's good to see when Norton get embarrassed, because Kenny was doing some stuff and Jimmy was mortified when he ordered his lunch or whatever.
It was everyone else in the front in the place we were sitting on the train. Gentlemen, we sit in first class.
Yes, of course.
Not that coach is bad. I'm sure it's nice for you people that sit there. So we're sitting there like gentlemen, and Kenny was just all of a sudden I hear, "Could I have a steak over easy?" It was literally that loud.
Yeah.
And it was like being hit in the ears with a mallet.
And all that's on these menus is like, here, you have the choice. You can have chicken or a salad.
Yeah.
Like the menu's real small, whatever the hell it is.
And everyone knows there's no choices, and Kenny's making believe he's ordering at Morton's Steakhouse.
What's the soup of the day?
Yeah.
Speaking of Morton's, they made a nice breakfast for us, so go to Morton's in Back Bay for Father's Day. They got a lot of specials, I hear.
Thank you, Kenny. So
on the train, you have two choices: salmonella or botulism.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the old Amtrak isn't known for its cuisine.
Yeah, no, it's awful. Hey, we dug some stuff out of storage. You want to eat it?
Give it a whirl.
All right, we're going to take our first break. We're live from WBCN up here in Boston, Massachusetts, for a few more hours, and then we're back to New York. Whatever. Well, we hinted at it. Yes, Anthony has brought his lovely, do I say girlfriend at this point?
Jill.
Do we say girlfriend?
It is official. She is my girlfriend. We are boyfriend and girlfriend.
And you guys like to make out a lot. You guys like to suck face a lot.
What do you think? You think I'm stupid?
I'm not trashing that. It's just an observation.
Of course. Should we play jacks?
Well. And what? She's still at the hotel?
Yeah.
Because you guys have been dating for 2 weeks, I think. How many days? Because I actually heard you tell the older couple that was trying to get in Jill's, that I think you guys been dating 12 days.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks.
All right, 2 weeks. And she's missing her third day of work today.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Yeah, I hear there's a pool going on when Anthony gets her fired from her job.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen.
Of course, she's the traffic vixen at Channel 11 in New York.
CW11 News.
And she has officially missed her third day of work since dating Anthony.
Not missed. You know, she's got sick days. You know how it goes.
And she'll be here very, very soon?
Yeah, she doesn't have to get up early.
She was a hit at the Tweeter Center yesterday.
Of course.
We went out to say hi to the fans and stuff, and man, was she a hit.
Yeah. A lot of people taking pictures, getting autographs, and then getting the elusive double Antolini autograph.
Oh, that's the new one. Yeah.
They actually get the Sid and Nancy photo together.
We do like our wine occasionally. We'll say that.
Occasionally?
Yes, an occasional sip of the old red.
You could have just stopped at "we do like our wine."
Well.
All right. I was pushed right out of the way. It was all about Anthony and Jill signing.
You were not pushed out of the way, sir.
Are you kidding me? She was signing WOW stickers, and she was signing where I usually sign. I'm like, well, I'll just find another spot on this sticker.
What happened? Yoko started signing the sticker?
Where I usually sign. I'm like, wow, I don't know where else to sign on this thing. I've always signed over here.
Oh, seething with resentment, she's humming "Kiss, Kiss, Kiss, Kiss Me, Love."
All right, we're gonna. Oh, something just went off.
What?
I don't know. Okay, it's back on. Let's take our first break. We got lots to do. We are live here in Boston at WBCN. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. There we go. Still trying to figure out all the buttons. We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. We're live from WBCN in Boston. Came up here for the River Rave last night. Overall, a great time was had by all. Anthony was telling some of the stories during the break there.
Had a good time.
Toucher and Rich, who do afternoons up here in Boston.
Yeah.
Didn't disappoint anyone. All of them walking around completely hammered.
They just went on a quest for booze at one point. That's pretty much. It was pretty much it. They walked into the dressing room and looked around, disgusted, and just said, I'm sick of drinking beer. I need some hard liquor. You know where any is? No. Like what? Jack Daniels or Maker's Mark? Something like that? Yeah. Perfect. Where is it? And then someone said, I just saw somebody walk past with some Maker's Mark. They went that away. And, wow, they just clambered out of the room and went to the left.
They were out of
down
there?
the hall looking for, they were on a quest for booze.
I'm glad that Toucher is showing some responsibility, considering he just had a kid, I think, 3-4 days ago.
Oops. You like their booze.
I got to go to Jimmy for a second because you're kind of creeping everybody out, Jimmy.
Why?
What's the look you got? You got a Black Sabbath hoodie on, which we expect from you, of course. Yeah. But underneath it is nothing but just smooth skin that Keith is now rubbing. You don't have a T-shirt under your hoodie, and I'm thinking there's a reason for that.
I'll open him more if you want, so you can see the top of the pecs.
Not a hint of hair on his chest.
I'm very youthful. I was, you know what it is? I packed, and I honestly forgot to bring another shirt. I can't believe I did, because I did laundry.
Yeah.
To have a couple of shirts, and they were all stacked up nicely in my drawer. So I wore my Motorhead shirt yesterday. I would have worn it today, but there was an incident. Back at the hotel. You know how it is.
Oh, no.
Sometimes you're too lazy to grab a towel.
Oh, no.
Now, there's the old Motorhead shirt.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You didn't.
It's got the consistency of steel wool right now.
You didn't on your Motorhead shirt?
Yeah, I did.
So lucky us, we get to see Jimmy in a Black Sabbath hoodie, and it's zipped halfway down to show his smooth chest. It's
too warm.
You're in a hotel. There's like 80 things you can use.
Yes, the Motorhead shirt is one of them. So I have Kenny was going to bring me a shirt, but he has a brand new 2X T-shirt, and BCM brought me some. I'm going to try one of theirs. But Danny brought me a T-shirt that's cleaned. But I hate wearing other people's clothes. I feel creepy.
Mm-hmm.
But Danny's kind of panicking.
True.
I see Danny's a little OCD because he come over. The shirt's been here since 6. It's now one break later, and he goes, "Are you going to wear that shirt? 'Cause if not, I'm going to put it away."
Because I don't want it to get lost.
Where's it going to get lost? It's 3 inches to my left. We're not cigar smoking next to it. It's not like Anthony and I are like snot rocketing each other, and some might get on it. It's completely fine right there.
It's nice and folded, just sitting there.
Yeah, no one's hurting it.
Yeah,
he's
it'll
got
be
like
all
a
right.
little panic thing about his shirt.
I still don't understand how you use that in a hotel. Because there are a lot of towels. There's the sheets. You're leaving. You don't have to worry about leaving anything anywhere.
I had a towel, a small hand towel, and then let's just say sometimes you wipe your hands after a mess on your hands, and well, you realize, oh boy, hand towel wasn't enough.
So get up and get another towel, or use the sheet.
I wish I would have thought of that. Had I checked my wardrobe selection, you bet that's what I would have done. But, you know.
Jimmy, you're an animal. He's just an animal.
Like a monkey in a monkey cage.
God bless you.
I had to go to bed. I was starting to get out of control.
Yeah.
I was online. I was looking at this and that.
Boy.
And I'm trying so hard to stop. But, of course, I'm in turmoil in my personal life. So I'm like, it's after 1. And I'm like, just get it done. Go to bed, addict.
Yeah.
Go to bed, sicko.
Sicko. I can see him saying that out loud, too. Yeah. Go to bed. Go to bed. As you're just going at it.
Yeah, it was
As
really
you're mopping
awful.
up with a Motorhead T-shirt.
I regret it, too, because I really like that shirt.
Yeah.
Lemmy would be proud.
Oh, of course he would. He wouldn't have it any other way.
Hey, Stunt Brain is putting pictures up from our weekend. O&ARadio.com has pictures from the weekend with Antholini shots as well.
Oh, really?
Anthony brought Jill Nicolini on her first road trip.
Yeah.
And she's getting along with everybody very well.
Swimmingly.
My favorite observation so far, Keith also traveled with us, and it's Keith's job to carry many, 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 many Jill bags. We're up here for maybe 24 hours, and she packed like she's going to Europe, and
for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, and Keith has to carry her bags. If that's not bad enough, he was loaded up like like a mule or something.
Yeah,
going through Penn Station, but all her bags are pink,
bright pink. It looks like
as pink gets.
Barbie dream luggage.
Yeah,
and a lot of it. Apparently, she likes a lot of options of things to wear, even if it's one day.
She did a costume change at the river race.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah, and she opened up the suitcase and had, I think, 3 dresses, 2 pairs of jeans, 6 tops, 6 pairs of shoes, and
you can never tell until you're at where you're at what you're going to wear.
And then proceeded to take them all out and hold them up, and I had to make the choice of what she was going to wear.
Yeah.
Well, that's your job now.
Well, did I make a good choice?
Job.
You made a fine choice, yes.
Does she have an extra shirt?
I know that's the difference between guys and girls. Jimmy brought one shirt that he needed to use last night.
Yeah, and he wrecked it.
And Jill brought enough stuff to wear for a week.
Yeah.
Even though we're not even going to be here 24 hours.
Yeah.
And, I can't imagine what it'll be like to perhaps go away for a week.
Oh, I don't even want to.
I just imagine like $800 in extra money for the airfare because now they're charging per bag.
A second vehicle.
Right, a second vehicle just for luggage, and standing by the luggage carousel for 3 hours waiting for everything to come out.
Yeah. You're going to have a hard time differentiating between your bags and, everyone else's at the airport.
Oh, my God. I've never seen pink bags like that before.
Bright pink bags
right.
that Keith is just loaded down with. I was laughing my ass off.
That picture's up there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Stunt Brain has put the picture up on ONARadio.com. What about the picture with Robin Quivers?
Well, I got to get that one.
Yeah.
Did you send that one? We forgot to mention.
Yeah, that one should be there.
So something weird is going on, man, because Saturday at the PNC Arts Center, we're backstage for the STP show, and Florentine, who's an old friend of ours, and it goes way back with Norton.
Yeah, my first paid gig in comedy was thanks to him in 1990.
Really?
Yeah, Jim got my first paid gig.
Yeah, Jim Florentine
shows up with Robin Quivers
because they're dating,
and she couldn't have been nicer.
Yeah. And very nice.
And there was a whole thing that was going on before she got there. Like Mara, who runs the station in New York, she pulls me aside. Robin Quivers is going to be here. Is there going to be any problems? Because everyone's wondering if there's going to be problems between you guys and her. And we just want to make sure everything's going to be cool and stuff because she's coming as a guest of Jim Florentine and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah. Fisticuffs?
We're going to have an all-out brawl backstage?
Yeah, man.
And I would like to say differently, but she couldn't have been nicer. She was really nice to my girl, nice to everybody. She was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
And something's going on between the two shows lately because Anthony ran into Howard in Atlantic City, and they're shaking hands. I see Fred Norris at my freaking
he lives in my building.
Yeah, at the grocery store a couple times already, and now Robin Quivers Saturday night.
It's just one of those things. I guess so much time has gone by, and so much water under the bridge, as they say, Jimmy. Right? A regular guy would say, regular Joe.
Well, 6 to 1, half a dozen the other.
Let bygones be bygones, I say.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Carry it to the grave? Says regular Joe.
Says regular Joe. So, yeah, because we haven't really been, there hasn't really been any conflict between the shows in a while. So things kind of settled down. You put things in perspective, and it was like you said, Robin couldn't have been nicer. It was, really nice to just talk to her and Florentine.
And there's a picture of you and Jill and I think Robin and Jim Florentine.
And Florentine. Yeah, we were joking. I said right before it was snapped, I said to Florentine, I go, well, here's a great picture of two guys that are with women they have no business being with.
Is that you're openly admitting you have no business being with Jill?
I was a tin knocker.
And now you're a 10 knocker, they're saying.
Yeah.
That's funny. A 10 knocker.
Now I'm a 10 knocker.
That's pretty much what they're saying now.
Dude, that's hilarious.
10 knocking,
gag.
10 knocking.
Whoever brought that up.
That's really great. A 10 knocker.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty amusing.
That's classic.
Bunch of asses out there.
That's good. Everybody gets along. It's good. I'm tired of all the conflict.
Yeah, enough.
Yeah, Jimmy doesn't like conflict.
I love it, but I'm tired of it. I'll be 40
all
soon.
right.
You guys will too. It's like, what are we doing?
Maxwell's still a douche.
I mean, that's a guy though for real.
Yeah.
I genuinely have a disdain for as a guy.
Yeah.
I dislike him because I think he's revolting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a real thing.
He
I don't
is.
like him.
Hillman's a douche.
I don't know him.
Well, trust me.
Trying to get a CD player to work.
Oh, how's that working out for you? Yeah.
I can't wait to talk to corporate later today. They insist that we go on the road. So then we are like extremely uncomfortable doing our show that we're extremely comfortable doing when we're in our own studio, where everything works nice.
Doesn't. We always have problems.
Look at this.
What's the matter? Stunt Brain's helping you out.
We have to change his name. Stunt Brain's bugging me.
Stunting.
It's just
Stunt-delicious.
Yeah.
What do you want to call him?
Hey, Stunt Taint. Can you fix
The CD player's just blinking away. I don't even know what that means. So we got Manny Ramirez's home run call. That's always good. Good for like 30 seconds.
Goodness gracious!
We got Error 85.
That's all right, we'll get it.
What's an 85? Does anyone know?
It's
That's
like
a band from the 80s. Wasn't it? I loved them.
Here you go.
All right, great. This was supposed to be quick. Here we go.
Red Sox Nation gets ready for Ramirez to bat for the fourth time tonight in hopes that they'll see home run number 500. And there is so much of Red Sox Nation to see it here tonight at Camden Yards. It is amazing. Towards right center field for Manny Ramirez. Deep, far, number 500.
Goodness gracious!
One of the greatest hitters the game has ever seen. Takes another step towards the hall.
Look, Anthony, I know you're a Yankees fan.
No, I was just going to say, you really do got to give it to baseball that they do have those moments. You know, the game itself, to sit through an entire game, especially watching at home, when you're at the game, it's fun. You know, you're drinking beers, you're doing whatever you're doing. But when those moments happen like that, that is pretty cool to watch. Just crack, and you're like, oh, there it goes.
How do they get the audio of the cracking of the bat?
Yeah, that's good.
No, what I was going to say is I know you're a Yankee fan, but you got to respect the home run call. That's how you do a home run call.
Yeah.
Right, Jimmy? There was no John Sterling crap in there.
Absolutely.
Let the moment be with the moment.
Yeah, it was.
Don't make it about you. You're not the one hitting the 500th home run of your career.
Yeah.
Number 500. That was a very good call.
And now I'm trying to get it out of the CD player and whatever.
I wish the Yankees had got that.
Dandy from Manny. Yeah, you don't hear any stupid call like that.
No, it's embarrassing as a Yankee fan to have all other teams should do it. Boston, you hate the Yankees, just play Yankee home run calls. You really want to embarrass Yankee fans?
Alexander the Great.
An A-bomb from A-Rod.
Ugh, what a douche.
The fan who caught the ball, by the way, gave it back to him for free.
Really?
Low-end value was $10,000 to $15,000 he could have got for that ball.
What a guy.
He caught the ball and he goes, "Here, Manny, here you go. This is your day, your moment. Here's your ball back. I don't need to make a few shekels off it."
Manny, give him anything.
I'm sure
Jersey
he'll probably
or
end up
something.
signing a few things.
That's what he should do. Everyone's turning into such a bunch of eBay vultures. Give the guy his ball, he hit it. I say that now, but believe me, if I caught it, I'd swallow it.
Mule it back to your house.
Oh, I certainly would.
You'd sit on it right away so no one could grab it from you.
They'd be panning for it for weeks.
Panning. Manny is selling it and giving the money to charity. All right, there you go.
Hey, look at all the good.
All the good. That's very nice.
Hate good.
Wow, you got some good in your life now.
Yeah, I mean, I just hate, charitable good.
I think we have a chance to see the real Anthony.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, we're all talking a little bit.
I know you're all talking behind my back.
We're all talking a little bit. We're like,
Jesus.
you know what? This is the Anthony we know that you're all about.
Really?
I think you found a good one.
Well,
yes.
Yeah. That's what I said.
She likes the radio loud. I'll say that. Good God.
Oh, what, the ride home last night?
It was actually fun.
Back to the room?
Oh, boy, she's just a fun energy. She's got a nice energy to her. It's like it's literally, it's like 11, we're all exhausted, but she's got like, it's oh, I love this song, and it's Jewel, and the next minute it's Public Enemy, and it's like, it was boom, 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 boom.
Cracking up the volume.
Yeah.
You're right.
She's a 10, so we're all like, yeah, that's lovely music. Somebody bring a fat friend into the car and try to put the limo music loud.
Yeah.
Could you shut that off? If it was Kenny or Danny, anyone else, they'd be hell to pay. But
what are you, crazy?
No one's going to tell her nothing. She's singing Metallica, then singing Jewel, and then singing, what was it, Tears for Fears?
Yeah.
Your girl loves Tears for Fears, Ed.
Yeah.
And then what else was, Spendo Ballet, true. We found some 80s, rewind crap show.
But you can't say...
And then kept going back to BCN, and the music was killer, and then she was all over the place, but...
You can't say, could you turn that down? Because it's like you sound like a bunch of old men. It's like there's a hot chick playing music in the... What are you going to do?
Why
you... gentlemen?
Turn that down. Yeah. Why I'm trying to nap.
Put on NPR.
Yeah, we're just trying to catch a quick nap because we knew we weren't going to sleep much before the show today. But no one was complaining. It was fun.
Yeah, it was real fun.
All right, we're going to take another break and continue with the Opie and Anthony show.
How about a friend, by the way, from Jill for somebody?
Huh?
Does she have a friend?
You could have the weather.
Linda Church.
Linda Church.
I like Linda Church. I mean, she's sexy.
Yeah, there you go.
Why are you pulling the zipper down more, Jimmy?
Well, wouldn't I?
Jimmy's pulling the zipper down on his...
Somebody was a victim of an overzealous... what is that? A little bruise on the old chest.
What the hell is going on?
Was that last night? No. Oh. It's not a Tom Hanks type Philadelphia bruise. It's just, a little bit of an injury.
Was it a little bite?
I don't know, maybe.
A little bite? Someone bit a little too hard?
Perhaps.
Yeah. Kenny, be gentle next time.
No, Kenny's mouth is the size of a small hummingbird mouth. Kenny has he's a big body, a teeny head, and his mouth comes out like Alien, and his little teeth just snatch things and pull them back. That's how he talks, too. His little teeth come out and go chatter, chatter, chatter.
Speaking about my small mouth, I had a big breakfast from Morton's in Back Bay on Boylston Street. I hear they got good wine lockers there.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Why would you say wine lockers?
Because Rucker Radio wanted me to say that so he can keep his
job,
his wine locker.
All right. I see the Zoot Suit guy decided to come by and say hi, Jimmy. Zoot Suit guy.
Mr. Hamilton.
Weren't you wearing that last night, sir?
It's still last night.
It's still last night to you.
I
got
out
it.
The whole night.
Well, he was raving. It's called a river rave, and you're raving still, right?
That's right.
Did you stay for the whole show?
Oh, no.
No? You kind of crapped out?
3 songs by SCP.
Okay.
That's what kind of sucks about a lot of these festival shows. Like, the big get is Stone Temple Pilots. By the time they finally hit the stage, you've been there since 4 in the afternoon. You just want to go home.
Tired, hungover.
You catch 2 or 3 songs and go, might as well beat the traffic. That was the whole reason you went, though.
I was in the car. On my laptop. I was writing, and I was listening to Motorhead. And I had the window open, so I kind of heard when they hit the stage. And the crowd was great. I mean, their crowd was really hot, man. They were into everything. I just heard them. I don't know any of their songs, but I heard the whole crowd singing. I was like, oh, it looks like a fun event.
They got nothing but hits, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know.
STP has nothing but hits.
I'm not saying they're a bad band. They're a great band, but... I don't want to show up and meet the fans.
The rest of the band wanted to.
Him I'm talking about.
Yeah. Scott Weiland, he's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a crap who has to wait and... who's inconvenienced.
Mm-hmm. The more I look at musicians, the more I love Sharon Osbourne and the way she whips them into shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to show up? Beat it. There's the tour bus.
Scram. You're done.
Scram.
All right. What do we got on ONARadio.com? You got the picture of the pink bags yet?
Got the pink bags. We got Robin Quivers. We have some Antolini action, and about to put up the little kids with the Boston and the New York hats.
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, Stunt Brain, he did the right thing. We got off the train at 1:28, and he didn't get off the train. He goes, I'm not going. I'm going right to the hotel. I'm going to enjoy Boston. I'm like, that is brilliant. That's what we should have done.
Why didn't I do that?
And then you went to Harvard, and you saw what? You saw, like, brothers or something?
I saw an old friend that had dinner, and then we went up to Mike's on the North End and got some pastries afterwards.
Nice.
And, hung out. It was good.
And you saw the double stroller, and one kid had a Yankee hat, one kid had a Red Sox hat.
It's beautiful.
See, everyone could get along.
Yeah, as children.
As
in
children.
strollers. Right.
All right. We'll continue from Boston, from the WBCN studios. It's Opie and Anthony. And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show, broadcasting live from Boston, the WBCN studios, the legendary WBCN studios. Must say, everyone's been great to us up here in Boston. Want to thank Dave Wellington and the rest of the gang at BCN for having us. We got breaking news. You think I'm going to talk about the Kennedy thing? No, the breaking news is Keith the cop has to go and get Jill. Keith has to go get Jill. You have to go get the pink suitcases. And you also have to get her Starbucks order, which could be the most amazing Starbucks order I've ever heard.
Yeah, yesterday when we were getting ready to come up here, it's my job as Anthony's handler to take care of him and his new girlfriend. So I made the mistake of asking...
Mistake?
No,
it's
sir.
your,
I didn't, sir,
it's your duty.
Yes, as my job. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to say mistake.
Kenny would never say mistake, right, Kenny?
Wouldn't.
Right, Kenny? He'd say sorry a lot, but he would never say, I made a mistake.
Oh, that's one of the funniest things I ever heard.
These two. So, yes, go ahead.
All right, so you made the mistake of trying to help this girl out who's part of your job.
Yeah.
Right.
They embarrass her.
That makes Anthony extremely happy. Yeah, that's smart, Keith.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, it comes from a guy who doesn't have his boss and his girlfriend as the wallpaper on his phone, so just stay over there, all right? Okay.
What? Hold on.
Well, there's kind of competition.
Quite a rivalry going on between Club Soda Kenny and Keith.
Over what? Who can make me more nauseous? It's a tie. Congratulations, Kenny. You just nosed that in the head.
He's got the nose to do that, too. So. Yeah. I'll say. Go ahead, Keith.
So she proceeded to tell me her Starbucks order, which I just sat in amazement and looked at her, and I said, do me a favor, just text it to me so I have it.
Yeah. And this is what she likes to drink every morning.
Right.
Jill Nicolini from Channel 11.
And it
the
took
traffic vixen, yes.
3 text messages to actually get the whole order. And I had to cut and paste them into my memo in my BlackBerry, so this way I had the whole thing at once.
And this is why Starbucks needs just numbers. I'll take a number 5.
Exactly.
Listen to this order. Go ahead.
Jill likes a tall-sized drink in a grande cup. Non-fat caramel macchiato, half-shot espresso, 2 pumps sugar-free vanilla, no foam, extra whipped cream, just a drizzle of caramel. Now, that's if she's with you. If she's not present, if I am not present, get the whipped cream and caramel in a separate cup, and a lot, please. And always get a straw. If all else fails, regular chamomile tea with no milk and sugar.
I would say chamomile tea every time. They didn't have the machine that drizzles the thing was broken, so they had
no
to
drizzling.
Why is she? I gotta ask her. Why is she having no fat? She's saying a no fat caramel macchiato, but then she wants a cup of whip. Could you bring a vat of whipped cream and sauce, please? But I would like the low fat.
Excuse me, Jimmy.
What?
Is there a problem?
No, I don't get it because I want to know what the thinking is because I like
just whatever. What she wants.
No, you're not following me. You're thinking I'm attacking
problem?
it. No, it's because I try to have low-fat beverages, so I'm like, why is she having a low? Is there like a difference, a better taste
Probably
to that than the fattening
taste.
one? I don't get it. I want to know why. Because I can't drink fatty drinks. I'm not slender. I would like to ask that, though. Why the no fat?
Well, so I'm sure Kenny will get satisfaction out of the fact that yesterday in Penn Station, I went to the Starbucks, and I handed my BlackBerry to the person because I didn't want to read this out loud.
Yeah, so he just hands the BlackBerry over, goes, read this
I need
and make
this,
it.
And I failed miserably on my first attempt to get the coffee.
Really?
First attempt was a failure, but it was taken graciously.
Yes.
You were allowed one slip-up.
Yeah, she doesn't have an attitude whatsoever. She's very, very nice.
What did he do wrong? What did you bring back?
Yeah, what was the problem?
Well,
medium decaf.
Well,
back,
I made the mistake.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Just a cop's order. Container of black. I thought that's what you wanted.
Cop's order.
Where I made the mistake is that where she says, if I am not present, get the whipped cream and caramel in a separate cup and a lot, please. There's an actual radius of what she means by present. She actually means present with you in the store, not present in the same building, because by the time I got back with the cup, the whipped cream had already melted.
Is that why she wants it?
Oh,
okay.
see, now that makes sense.
It does.
See?
It makes perfect sense.
You can dollop your own whipped cream into your drink.
Right.
And then it'll melt away.
Nobody likes it melted. I mean, I could have told you that.
Of course.
So then she said, you got me foam and not whipped cream, and I said, no. And then she says, oh, it melted. I told you get it in the cup. And I said, but we're together. And she says, no, but we're not together in the same place. I have to be there.
That's cool. Good luck, Aunt.
All right, with that said, you got to read off the order once again, but at a nice pace there, Keith.
Yes, I'll try and read it.
This is what Jill Nicolini likes in the morning. Go ahead.
Pace.
Tall size drink in a grande cup, non-fat caramel macchiato, half shot espresso, 2 pump sugar, free vanilla, no foam, extra whipped cream, just a drizzle of caramel. If I'm not present, get the whipped cream and caramel in a separate cup, and a lot, please. And always get a straw, please. If all else fails, regular chamomile tea, no milk, no sugar. Thanks, XOXO. And by the way, I forgot the straw yesterday, so that was the final.
You forgot the straw.
All right, go get Jill and her pink bags.
Is the street team and the Hummer ready so we can go get all the luggage?
All that luggage.
Okay.
Thank you, Keith. Kimbo Slice. Jimmy just turned me on to Kimbo Slice pretty much knocking some guy's ear off.
Yeah, it was the CBS. It was a smart move by CBS to bring this guy on because he's really, everybody knows he's a street fighter from Miami. He's a tough-looking dude. He's like he's bald, but he's got like the.
He kind of has like a Mr. T thing going on.
Yes, and he's a really tough street fighter, man. Just bare-fisted. Everyone's watched him. He's regular Joe says that's one tough customer, but he used to street fight in Miami, just bare-fisted, and so now he's kind of like a sensation. Everybody wants him to fight in the mixed martial arts.
Yeah,
and I heard they're giving him a choice opponents because they want to break him in. I mean, because as good of a fighter as he is, first time out, you put him up against Liddell, he's gonna get killed. These guys, yeah. I mean, these guys fight the best fighters in the world.
He just kind of leans in there and throws punches.
They'll just grab your legs, but they don't care how hard you punch. If they can get to your legs, you're finished. And that's the MMA guys are so dangerous. So he's doing really well against the guys he's fighting, though.
But that is like kind of odd that it was on regular television like that.
Yeah,
because these are usually on things like Spike and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. They will be now. After that, they'll be on pay-per-view after he just knocked the guy's ear off.
Yeah. Oof.
Plus, the ratings for CBS were pretty amazing for the fights.
The other guy. What's that, Jim?
You had a great line, too, about the guy.
Oh, God, the guy's ear. What was the other guy's name?
Kimbo Slice and the other guy.
James.
And just the other guy.
James Thompson? Yeah. James Thompson, I think his name is. His ear blew up. It was swollen. It didn't resemble an ear anymore. It was just a sack of blood on the side of his head that was not split open yet until about the third round, I think. And then Kimbo Slice just roundhouses him with his right hand into that ear, and it exploded. Oh, his ear exploded on the side of his head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was saying, his ear looks worse than Marvin Nash.
Which is from, if anyone doesn't know, Reservoir Dogs, after Madsen sliced it off.
Yeah. Marvin Nash.
Here's the audio. The video's going to be... The video is going to be up on ONARadio.com. Kimbo Slice.
3 minutes, the way Mike works.
Kimbo Slice destroying this guy's ear.
Kimbo Slice. Kimbo Slice. Slow off the stool to start the third round. James Thompson smells it. He knows he can beat this man right now. So here we go. The third and final round. This is where confidence and experience bring you to the championship. Gentlemen, how do you have this fight scored? I have no idea. I have no idea. I would say that Thompson right now is probably ahead. There's a big right hand by Slice. And now Thompson. That ear pops leading. That ear pops. It pops. Thompson. That goal. Another shot to the right ear. Kimbo Slice swinging for the fences. Another uppercut. Forearm. Right hand. Oh, and it's over.
Oh my God!
Did
Can you
hear him yelling?
imagine?
It popped. It popped.
It popped. It popped.
It's an ear. They're not supposed to pop.
No. Oh, did he get a sock in the head?
Oh, is that horrid?
Yeah, the video's up on onaradio.com, so unbelievable.
It's an ear.
Breaking news, we got Ted Kennedy going into the hospital. They're going to operate on his brain tumor.
Ooh.
And then they're going to follow it up with what, chemo?
Radiation.
Was this planned?
I don't think it was
it's like a
planned.
party.
It was late breaking. They're looking for any cutting edge cure they can, and Duke seems to have the advantage.
They probably knew but didn't announce it, just so it wouldn't be a media frenzy out to the hospital.
And I'm thinking, the last thing he wants is anyone touching his head.
Oh, God.
Being a Kennedy, I mean, seriously, I mean, they're going to slice into his head and try to save his life, I guess. Because now they're starting to say that he might only have 6 months left. That this might be quick.
This is probably an operation to, like, just prolong his life a little more, maybe. Maybe make him a little more comfortable. I can't see how this is a cure or anything. Please. They were saying this thing is just kind of intertwined all in his brain.
Is that what they're saying, really?
Yeah.
Brain tumors are the worst. That's when the worst they go, we just got to leave it. At least they're trying to operate. When they just got to leave it, you're finished.
Yeah.
But if they're trying to get it out, maybe it's fixable. That sound medical enough? Maybe it's fixable.
Yeah.
Like it's a VCR. I'm an idiot.
Dr. Jim here.
Yeah,
our expert.
They got to cut the head open, Sam, and pull it out, and then they fixed it.
Jim C.
Hey, Jim C.
That's a bitch. Yep. Wonder what was happening. We probably had, like, headaches. Just thought they were hangovers. And then one day you go into the doctor and he tells you, you got 6 months.
Well, Manny, who owned the Comedy Show, died of a brain tumor, and he smoked a lot of pot, so we weren't surprised that he got something because Manny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Manny was great. He was high.
You think the pot got
brain
Oh, I don't know, but I mean, it can. It's like any type of a cancerous thing can be caused by that kind of smoke, and
I bet it's a cell phone.
possible because Manny was on his phone a lot.
See, and Ted was probably on the cell phone a lot.
Constantly, man.
Oh, man. Gotta watch those things.
And he was getting like a little dizzy, and he noticed his balance was a little off. Like his equilibrium was slightly off.
Oh,
and
God.
And then he went
fast too, man.
Really quick because
no one even knew he was sick.
No one knew it, and then we saw him, and he got it operated on, and they tried some kind of chemo, and it exasperated it because it does one of two things: it fixes it, or it makes the cells grow faster.
Oh, nice.
It's like those are the options. You're either going to get like pretty fixed up, or you're dead immediately. Now with him, it just worked wrong. Went the wrong way.
Oh,
sucked.
God, that's awful.
Yeah.
Nice, bring her upper there.
I know. You think I'm going to add something that's going to put people at ease? Like, no.
We were kind of waiting for the laugh. We were hoping you were going to twist it somehow and get a laugh.
I'll tell you a laugh. This is why Manny was the funniest guy I ever known. He really was. Every comic will tell you that. He used to argue politics because Manny was a really brilliant pro-Israeli. He was Jew from Israel. And he was a funny dude. And he would always argue with this Iranian buddy of ours, Hood, who was a comedian. They would always fight. And Manny's in the hospital really sick, and Hood walked in, and Manny goes, it's funny, I always wish this would happen to you.
Damn, that's brutal.
Oh, it's like, God, that is the sign of a funny human being.
Wow.
He was just the greatest.
God bless him. Yeah. Unbelievable. In other news... Sex and the City, of course, the #1 movie at the box office. But what? The numbers dropped off drastically after all the chicks went and saw it?
Yeah, on Friday they had about 27 million in the numbers, and they were predicting an $80 million weekend. But then it went from 27 million to 17 million on Saturday, and then down to 10 million on Sunday. And in fact, Saturday and Sunday, Raiders beat it handily.
Well, because they were saying at first that the Raiders was falling off.
Yeah, well, it's going to because it had
it's been out there a few weeks already, right?
You have to have some kind of a male component to it. It's like Titanic is a chick flick in a way, but I mean it's about the Titanic and DiCaprio. So guys will go see it. Teenagers will see things 8 times. But no one's going to see this more than once. These housewives can get out for a couple hours because they're dumb children.
Well,
I'm boring myself.
No, they got to get back to the cleaning and the baking, so they can only see it once.
Yeah, but did you hear me just guessing? That was all guesswork.
Yeah, I know.
None of that was based in fact.
I was buying it.
I know, me too. I meant it. I wasn't trying to kid anybody.
All right, he's making sense.
I spilled this on your shirt, Danny.
And
I knew it would get a stupid head turn.
The New York paper did something interesting. They went to the front of the audience at a Sex and the City, viewing.
Oh.
And took a picture of the crowd. And they found what? One guy?
There was one guy in that picture.
Oh, that poor bastard.
Not really. He said he went there for what? The shoes and the pretty women or something?
Yeah, he said he wanted to see the shoes and the women. The shoes are what it's all about.
All right, so he was gay.
And the reporter just said it was the creepiest thing she'd ever heard.
I went to see the shoes.
No, he wasn't gay. He probably took a Cialis and a kitchen knife. Probably like Jerome Brutus. Just wanted to tie them up and look at their feet and then dispose of them.
Unbelievable.
Anyone that goes anywhere to look at shoes should be locked up and spoken to.
Of course.
And are you, you're into the feet, right?
No, I said I'm into...
I think Jill was asking if you have a foot fetish.
No, I'm into the entire package. You know, like a girl's got to have attractive feet, but on her body. I'm not just, focused on the foot. Like a foot fetish. That's kind of silly.
As hot as she is on TV, she actually looks better in person. It's very rare that happens. Most girls will look better on TV because of all the stuff. You see her in close up, and it's like, wow, she's even better looking in person than television.
As a real life human being.
That almost never happens, though. Usually they look good on TV, and you see them in person. It's like Stonehenge. But, I couldn't talk for a second. I was watching. It was so funny because her and Anthony, I'm watching them. They're pecking, they're kissing. They really dig each other. And the way these trains work is whenever you sit, like with the chairs facing each other, you're going to have somebody sitting across from you.
Oh, yeah.
So Keith the cuckold is sitting on one side. Anthony and Jill are making out. And a guy who looked exactly like a young Frankenstein sat there across from Jill. A stupid Peter Boyle face.
Peter Boyle.
And you've never seen...
Kind of look like the principal from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, look a little like him,
little
too.
Jeffrey Jones-ish, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And he probably had the same type of hard drive that Jeffrey Jones had, little Pee-wee file trading. And you've never seen a guy try to avoid staring at breasts so badly.
Oh, my God, I know. Yeah.
He was looking at the ceiling tiles. He's looking at the floor, the lights,
His
everything.
head was spinning around. He did not want to focus.
And he, as soon as there was another seat available,
he got up and left.
He ran. He fled. Why?
He
were you
was
guys
very
making a
uncomfortable.
scene, or
yeah,
he just didn't want to look at a girl?
Always make a scene.
No, what was his thing?
He didn't want to stare because you have to
very
stare.
Uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, the cleavage was on display. I mean,
can't help it.
Yeah,
very
Busty
hard.
gal.
It was very hard for him to sit there and not stare. So I think he thought best he just should leave the situation.
But I was texting Anthony the whole time because I could see from where it was.
My
I'm like,
God.
look at this creep across from
Yeah.
Look at this ghoul, this Peter Boyle ghoul. Can't look at anything. He's staring at the ceiling tiles.
He's looking at the lady's feet as she walks by. The people carrying the tickets.
Yeah,
she's got on track shoes.
The big question Saturday at the PNC in Jersey for the Stone Temple Pilots show, and last night here in Boston, everyone thinks the Anthony and Jill Nicolini thing is a radio bit.
Yeah.
And Jimmy and I are here to say it's no bit.
Yeah, I was reading some stuff on the message board, and
it's no bit.
People are like, it's so obviously a bit. One guy had this big conspiracy theory that because CW11 reported something that, Opie wasn't too happy about reporting, that they sent Jill over to hang out with me to smooth things over so that they don't get involved in any kind of legal action.
Oh, all right.
God, how great! I wish that were true. That would be, you know how powerful the show would be? That'd be great. The View says something we don't like. Barbara's over on her knees.
And then some people were saying they commented on the pictures and said, well, they look like they're getting along pretty well in some of these pictures. And then some people were saying, no, obviously, they've been talking about the show for over a year. They're friends, and that's all they do. That's why they just hang out and stuff. Some people just refuse to buy into it.
Did she have a crush on you the whole time? When she came in the studio that day?
She came in for my birthday
Have you
that
guys
day.
discussed this?
Yeah, we obviously liked each other a little
From
bit.
afar?
Yeah, kind of afar. I always thought when she was up in the helicopter that she was very fun in the helicopter and very very cute. So, yeah, there was something going on, but, what am I going to do? Hi, cute traffic girl, can I go out with you? You just don't do that.
How'd you ask her? Because Anthony told me officially while they were sitting on a sofa in the green room yesterday. We were just chatting. I was talking to the two of them. There was a big couch with just two of them in the middle. Nobody wanted to sit next to it. We all didn't want to just be like emotion blockers. Because there was no sex, but you don't want to be a love blocker.
You didn't want to get in the way of the wine pouring is what you're getting at.
You want to talk about Long Island rubbish? They're drinking fine wine out of red plastic cups. It was everything you thought it would be.
Long Island trash.
And poor Keith, he's in over his head on this one. He had to go to a liquor store to get more bottles of wine.
Yeah, he had to drive out to the liquor store to get some more wine because, you can't drink the crap they supply at these venues.
Mm-hmm. I went with him, and we stopped at 5 different places, but they were all closed. I don't know if the blue laws apply up here still.
Well, he wound up getting some, though.
Well, you brought a fine bottle of wine to the venue, and they wouldn't let you pour it.
Yeah, first they wouldn't let us even open it at the venue.
They go, we have our own wine.
Yeah, it's crap. I don't like it.
But anyway, you were seeing them on the couch.
Oh, yeah. And so Anthony goes, how did you say it? You told me, we're officially boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah. Because we were hanging out, and I just said, hey, will you be my girlfriend? And she said, yeah, will you be my boyfriend? And I said, yeah.
And then what happened?
Then we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
No, then what happened?
Don't get into details like that. You crazy?
See, it's changing now. Now we're not allowed to say anything.
No.
She probably doesn't care. She seems open. She careless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But what am I going to do? Sit there and go, yeah, we did this.
Yes, that's what you should do.
We did this.
That's what friends do. It.
Yeah,
that's what friends do.
That's right. They share.
They would make it out the whole. It's real though. It's like they really
the entire time.
We enjoy each other's company.
How can you tell? You never talk. She probably doesn't know the direct pronunciation of your last name. She probably gets, this is Kumia, right? Or is it Kamiya?
Right. Well, it's
look, we don't blame you.
Of course not. Who would?
You're giving us this weird look. We don't blame you. We're just telling our observations.
Yeah.
This was a whole chat on the train last night. He went train and she went goes fast. And they kissed all through Hartford and New Haven.
and Stamford and Bridgeport and Providence.
Well,
they barely came up for air.
We're very smitten with each other.
I felt like I was back in junior high watching my friend make out with a chick right next to me.
Yeah.
While we're in the same room. It's
Opie's trying to sleep alone. Poor Opie's got his little pillow. I got a seat alone. He's got big dumb Kenny running up and down the aisle. It's like a big German shepherd. It's hilarious. Kenny's bothering everyone on the train.
He really was a nudge.
All right, we're going to take another break here. Kenny, do we have to promote anything? How about that amazing Superstore thing, right? Here comes Kenny with the latest plug.
Yes, everybody patronize amazing superstores. And don't forget Morton's in Back Bay on Boylston.
What? Just so fun to stop him with a hand gesture.
Jimmy was waving him off. Jimmy's giving him the no, don't say that
That's
thing.
all it takes.
Just sign, and he stops.
Just show him a shiny object really fast, and Kenny doesn't even know where he is anymore.
And make sure you go to Morton's on, a pinwheel.
It's like when the cat's going to jump on the cat. You just hold up a little water pistol, and he just stops. But not leap up.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be attentive to you guys.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. We're live from Boston. It's Opie and Anthony. There we go. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Phone number 1-866-212-ONA. Broadcasting live from WBCN in Boston. So everything is very unfamiliar today, but that's all right. What else is going on today? Is Hillary dropping out of the race officially?
Why would she?
Till after tomorrow, 2 more primaries, and she's going to make one push for superdelegates.
Then she's going to go the superdelegate route.
She's trying. She thinks if she can stand up and say, I got more votes officially than Obama, you should vote for me, superdelegates.
Oh, she's going to try to sway them?
Yep.
Yeah, good luck to you. She's so done. She's got no momentum. Obama's got all the heat. Yeah. And then McCain will win.
I want to hear the audio. This audio of one of her. It's amazing. Again, I like the fact that it's so funny to watch the liberals kind of biting each other, because, like with the language obsession, and it's almost like this paranoid climate they've helped to fuel.
Yeah.
Is they're just like running in circles, biting their own asses. And it was a woman who said something about Barack's. She mentioned that he was black, and she's right. It shouldn't be a problem what she said, and it's not wrong what she said. But the fact they make a big deal about it, well, sorry, sweetie, but that's also a climate you helped to foster.
Yeah, why can't you mention that he's black?
I don't think he cares. I mean, black people do.
This was after they made the deal to split up the delegates from Michigan and Florida, and they essentially said, we're cutting it right down the middle. And Hillary didn't like that because she got everything in Michigan because Barack wasn't on the ballot.
Yeah.
And so they were very unhappy that he was getting anything out of Michigan and that she was getting half of the Florida delegates.
Why wasn't Barack on the ballot?
He pulled out because you weren't supposed to get any legal results. And Hillary even said these votes aren't going to count. This was back in January. She said, the Florida and Michigan aren't going to count. And now she's saying those two have to count.
Oh, so she is kind of being phony about it.
Yeah, completely.
Okay. Why wouldn't they count, though?
Because the Rules Committee said if you hold your primaries ahead of the schedule we've laid out, then we're not going to count your delegates.
So then why would they hold it before the time that they said?
You get huge advertising money. Think of all the TV and radio ads that run for those primaries. And if your state is the one that says, our primary put the person over the top, you claim the nominating process. So that's what it was all. It was all about money and pride.
But the rules committee won't give the votes because they didn't follow their rules.
Right.
It's amazing how the popular vote. There's always a way where what people want isn't done. I'm getting very liberal. I apologize.
Oh yeah.
Listen to me. Let's dump tea in the harbor. Shut up, Jim.
So we got this audio of the Clinton supporter mouthing off. Very interesting stuff here. Check this out.
I'm proud to be an older American woman.
Where are you from?
New York City. Hillary State. The best nominee that's possible. And the Democrats are throwing the election away. For what? An inadequate black male who would not have been running had it not been a white woman that was running for president.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
Sounds like a fun person to travel with.
Yeah. Oh, imagine that in the passenger seat the whole time.
Meh. Wow.
Look at the map.
She continues, right?
Of course she
I think
does.
There's a little more there, yeah.
All right.
And I'm not going to shut my mouth anymore. I can be called white, but you can't be called black. That's not my America. It's equality for all of us. And it's about time we all stood up for it. I'm no second-class citizen.
I got to be honest. She's right about the double standard in the language.
Oh, yeah.
But whenever, white people start mentioning what America used to be. It's like, all right, let's go, pre-60s? Go ahead, talk, your turn. It's like, it really is amazing, this...
I call it the good old days. Yeah, that was,
come on, you're not a victim,
was caustic,
lady.
first of all, that voice.
It was horrible. Can you imagine
I'm an older American. Okay, old dust bunny womb.
I'll have eggs over easy. Just wherever she goes, she talks like that.
The early bird special.
Her womb looks like Brigantine Castle in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Just a burnt-out husk.
Keith, go to Starbucks and get me my coffee. Yuck. In other news, Obama, he's finally saying goodbye to his church?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess a little too much controversy there.
He's quit his Chicago church after 20 years over, of course, the good pastor's comments.
Well, no, it wasn't just Reverend Wright now. It was this white guy. The white guy had the nerve to mention that Hillary was a whiny white woman.
Yeah, Father Flager.
Father Flager's an ass.
Sounds like the other guy's name almost.
Yeah, I heard this audio, and first of all, he's trying to sound like a black guy.
Father Flager?
Yeah, Father Flager is trying to sound like a black guy. He's putting that black inflection on his voice.
No.
And he's just saying things like he's getting all caught up in the moment, and he's getting loud, and Obama had to just bail. Problem?
My whole job is just to try to figure out how to work this equipment today.
Era 86
I
or
don't
85?
know what the hell's going on. Just give us our New York studio where we know how everything works. Just get that thing to play. All right, I am so out of the conversation because all I'm doing is trying to figure out how to do stuff over here.
Opie, how come it's not playing?
I don't know, Jimmy.
You're good.
Opie, is it broken?
Stupid corporate. It's a good idea. You really should. All right. What were you guys saying? Because now I'm back. Because I think I got it queued up.
We were saying that I think
Yeah.
I'm serious. What?
Yeah, I forgot too.
About how he's the white guy speaking with a black inflection.
Okay.
Anthony raised the point. Yeah.
Oh, all right. The Reverend Mike. All right. Here's what he had to say. Oh my God.
He spoke last Sunday at Pastor Wright's former church about Hillary Clinton's tears as she felt the Democratic nomination slip away.
I really don't believe it was put on. I really believe that she just always thought, this is mine. I'm Bill's wife. I'm white. And this is mine. I just got to get up and step into the plate. And then out of nowhere came, hey, I'm Barack Obama. And she said, oh, damn, where did you come from? I'm white. I'm entitled. There's a black man stealing my show.
Tonight, Barack Obama said, I am deeply disappointed in Father Flager's divisive, backward-looking rhetoric, which doesn't reflect the country I see or the desire of people across America to come together in common cause. Later in that same Sunday sermon, Flager acknowledged that he might have rekindled the controversy.
I'm sorry, I don't want to get you in any more trouble. The live streaming just went out again.
Actually, it took several days before this video started streaming, and Flager this afternoon apologized. I regret the words I chose on Sunday. These words are inconsistent with Senator Obama's life and message, and I am deeply sorry if they offended Senator Clinton or anyone else who saw them. Ironically, the same words Flager used when we spoke inside his church last month about Reverend Wright are ones he might have used tonight.
I don't think he had any intention to hurt Barack. He loves Barack. And I think that his pain and the moment, took over.
Here's the America that I know. How about you put a bunch of people in a room and they whine like a bunch of babies and then apologize for it?
Yeah.
It's a white. How great is this country? It's a white guy saying he's accurate with what he's saying about white entitlement, but he's speaking to black people, kind of knocking white people. So the black candidate has to sound like a white guy and go, that's not the America I The whole country is just filled with frauds. There's not one honest person about race in public life.
You can't be. But that guy was a little, first of all, I love seeing the self-hating white people when they get in a group of black people and they have to seem, they have to put down the man.
Yeah.
Like, a white woman and she's entitled. What?
You know what I take away from that clip, though? I was brought up Catholic, and I don't go to church anymore because it was a bore fest.
Yep.
If the Catholic Church talked like that every Sunday, not that I would agree, I would have to go for the show.
We'll go to a Baptist church.
I'm starting to think maybe that's the way to go. To get a little religion back in my soul.
Oh, really? Do you need that?
Well, I mean,
you mean the soul?
But the Catholic Church is all it's all monotone.
Very traditional.
Fear. And I couldn't take it anymore, so I left. I don't go to church on Sundays anymore because it's a bore. But man, you got a guy, hooping and hollering like that, and then they sing songs and stuff. I think that's the church for me. Make it into a little rock show.
Well, you have fun there. I think I'll steer clear.
Yeah. So Obama said goodbye to that church, and here's that story.
Michelle and I told Reverend Otis Moss that we were withdrawing as members of Trinity. Now, it's a decision that Michelle and I had discussed for quite some time after the National Press Club episode. I had discussed it with Reverend Moss. We had prayed on it. We had
how do you do that?
Consulted with a number of friends and family members who were also connected to the church. And so this is not a decision I come to lightly, and frankly, it's one that I make with some sadness.
Little race joke. Don't worry. Come on now.
Yeah, he's a phony too, because the only reason he's doing that is because he wants to be president. Obviously,
it's a smart move. We had to get out of them. The church, they just won't shut up.
Right.
No, but bunch of kooks in there.
What?
Bunch of kooks.
Oh, kooks.
Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right.
He'll be back with the church when this whole thing is over, as far as him going for the presidency. Yeah.
It's so funny,
Absolutely, he'll be back.
It's almost like Geraldine Ferraro, who's as ultra-left as you can get, said that something about Barack being black, and then she had to apologize and kind of back away from Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
And then Randy Rhoads attacks Geraldine Ferraro in a joke form in a stand-up thing. So what does the ultra-liberal do? She complains. She called Randy Rhoads a sexist. It's like they're just, every one of them is obsessed with language.
Yeah.
And they're biting each. It's so funny to watch these idiots self-destructing over their own fraudulent arrogance.
Every little word they pick apart.
We're a nation of just annoying little chickens. We just cluck at each other. I know. I'm kind of glad the rest of the world hates us. They should. Just liars.
Can't get away with saying anything without them picking everything apart and trying to turn it into some kind of racial or sexual controversy. Yeah, Hillary's a woman, and she's white, and Obama's a guy, and he's black. There. Deal with it.
How funny would it be if we got fired for that?
Yeah, wait a minute. What outrageous shock jock says horrid things. I'd like to apologize for pointing out that she is a white woman and he is a black man.
Speaking of being outrageous, we did an interview for the Boston Globe on the way to the venue, and we talked about all sorts of things, and the guy's trying to get us in trouble with the mayor 10 years later here in Boston.
We brought up a little comment about the mayor, Menino, and
where's
that's the only thing that made the story.
Where's our exclusive interview with the Boston Globe? That was such a big deal that it had to be done. Kenny was panicking, and emails and text messages are going back and forth because he's trying to set up the interview because it's very important for everybody that we talk to the Boston Globe. We talked for 15 or 20 minutes on the way to the Stone Temple Pilots show last night, and and Stump Brain can't even find it. Exactly. It's in the other section. Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, if you blink, you would miss our exclusive interview in the Boston Globe.
If you blink, you miss it. That sounds like a great promo for radio.
Yeah. So this is what the reporter decides to print. If I could find this. Okay, yeah, here it is. Now, remember, we talked about our time in Boston, what we've been up to. We talked about the River Rave. That's the reason we're up here in Boston. Yep. Stone Temple Pilots, all sorts of stuff. And this is what he prints in the names section of the Boston Globe. Still mocking Menino.
Great, thanks.
It was a side thing as a joke, and that's all he printed. All these years later, Opie and Anthony still don't have much nice to say about His Honor Tom Menino, of course, the mayor of Boston. The radio rascals arrived in town yesterday for the WBCN River Rave and promptly badmouthed the mayor. We did not promptly. We're finally back on Massachusetts soil, and we said, all right.
I want this done promptly.
Promptly, this is what we have to say. It can't... badmouth the mayor. Come on, get some new blood in there, said Anthony. Menino's holding on to that office like the Pope. A decade ago, you'll recall, O&A were fired by AAF after reporting on April Fool's Day that the mayor had been blah, 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 blah. Menino still holds a little bit of a grudge, said Anthony.
Yeah, it seems to.
That's our exclusive interview with the Boston Globe, even though we talked for like 15 minutes with the guy. Thanks a lot.
He's right about one thing, though.
What?
You are Radio Rascals.
Can we get a promo?
Radio Rascals.
That's what we need. A new promo. Radio Rascals. All right, we're going to take another break. We got Keith on the way to the BCN studios with the lovely Jill.
Luggage.
Is she going to be on air with us today, Ant?
I don't know. It's up to her. What do I say?
And people are already speculating that there's going to be a new radio show. It's the Anthony Morning Radio Show.
Oh, really?
And after the break, the boys put together a little promo for the new radio duo.
Of course. Why wouldn't
Anthony's in mornings. We'll do that next. It's Opie and Anthony live from Boston. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show live from Boston, from the WBCN studios. Club Soda Kenny, how are we doing? We're doing all right so far, or what?
The Opie and Anthony show is sponsored locally.
What? The what?
The Opie and Anthony show.
I think it didn't sound like the Nopi.
Yeah, it did.
Something like the Nopi and Anthony show.
Well, I don't enunciate well either.
I love that. Just one of the many things that is wrong with me, GH.
Yeah, I got a lot of afflictions.
So what do you got over there, Kenny?
Your show is sponsored by the amazing Superstore. Their motto is excite your life.
Thank you, Kenny. And
hang up job there, Kenny.
Do we have an ETA on Keith and Jill?
Soon. There's a big line at Starbucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that the problem right now?
Yeah. There's a big line at Starbucks.
All right, for the people just tuning in, Anthony brought his officially his new girlfriend.
Yes, it's official.
Even though a lot of listeners think it's a bit, because that's all we were hearing over and over again the last 2 days. It's not a bit. Jimmy and I were witnesses to the love
fest.
To the love fest. And we are here to say that no, Ant's all in on this one. All in, right?
Look at that. All in.
All in. Why not?
Oh, I thought you were being perverted.
No, I wouldn't do that. Speaking of Anthony, people are speculating that it's just a matter of time.
Before what?
A new radio show.
Oh.
Anthony and Jill in the morning.
Get ready to hold your belly, because Ann and Jill are coming to morning radio. A couple in real life, now a family fun morning team. The show is set to begin as soon as Opie gets pushed out. Then join them each weekday for hours of side-splitting news, stories, and more. It's the Ant and Jill Morning Show, coming soon. Also with little Jimmy Norton.
Wait a minute.
Jimmy's going to be along for the ride?
I get pushed out officially because it says also with little Jimmy Norton.
Little Jimmy Norton also.
That's
nice.
I'm definitely
Could use
pushed
Jimmy.
out. Yeah. Jimmy makes the cut.
I'll come in and do characters.
Yeah, could use Jimmy on the show.
I do characters.
Anthony won't even know you're there. That's the sad part. All he sees is, and I don't blame you, all he sees is Jill.
I'll do it like that phony Walton and Johnson, I think, in Houston, where I'll do 5 characters and then have a comedian come in and pretend they're a bunch of different people.
Right. Now, don't say anything. Just make like I'm really these characters.
Like when I'm talking like this, you have to act like I'm good, but when I'm talking like this, I'm the black guy. So really, I have to sell my own soul because you can't be honest with your listeners? Ugh.
That was what, Walter and Johnson, you're saying?
I think Walton and Johnson. I could be wrong.
Right? And what happens? One guy does 3 or 4 characters at the same time?
Yeah, it's really fun. You sit there like a dope. I bombed so badly because Houston has never been a good market for me. I draw nobody in Houston.
Really?
Horrendous. I bombed so badly on that show. They had to go to break. They were playing an Asian comics song guitar parodies.
Wow.
But they were being okay about it, but then they were mean to Bill Burr, so now I don't like them.
Oh. Well, screw them.
Yeah, and Bill for wrecking my relationship with them.
Why did Bill get in the way of your relationship? What did they say about Bill?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? All right.
No, probably. Who knows?
Called him a homosexual.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm just speculating.
What? But that's such a guy thing. We're all such guys. It's like the first thing we said, what is he? He's probably gay. We really are one-track dummies.
Yeah.
You're either a fruit, a girl's a whore, or someone's gay. 9 o'clock. I'll see you tomorrow.
Other things happening. So, did you see the alien video, or we're just getting the screen cap so far?
Wow, unbelievable.
We gave everyone this story last week. There's a guy that he's going to release a live action video of an alien.
Yeah, he took some video of an alien.
Yeah,
and I saw one still from it, and
where on
Chilling.
Breitbart?
I believe it's on Breitbart.
We hate Breitbart.
I was talking to somebody who knows him. The driver, when I was doing the HBO thing, the driver who was taking me around, he's like, yeah, because I know Drudge. I'm like, well, do you know Matt Drudge? He's like, yeah, and I know Andrew Breitbart. Breitbart. I'm like, could you tell him to not douche us again, please?
Yeah.
They were the ones that got us in trouble for homeless Charlie.
But I mean, just, Breitbart. Putting a blogger up there, like, will it affect the merger? Just some fat kid in his basement in D.C. My friend works for the whatever the people, NAB. Okay.
Yeah. So what's up with the alien?
And I saw it, and it was chilling.
Mm-hmm.
It is indeed an alien looking through the window of a house. And the guy took the video of this alien who's apparently outside looking in the window, and he's in his living room or somewhere, and you could see it just peeking up over the windowsill, looking into the window.
Because that's what an alien would do, peek into windows.
You're peeking around, wouldn't you? What if you were on another planet? What are you going to do, stand there like an idiot or start peeking into what you think of their houses?
Well, that's why I know it's phony, because if it was an alien, he's not going to be, like, peeking around.
Wouldn't you?
No, he's got the abilities to do whatever the hell he wants. He's not going to be sneaking around.
Superman, he's an alien.
He's going to destroy your house and eat you for a snack.
You do that. Maybe we're not tasty. I'm just thinking he would sit there and look in the window.
Why would he be scared where he would be, like, kind of peeking about?
Just
he came
think
from
of
another
you.
planet.
Just think of you.
He's got ray guns and all sorts of stuff.
Let's see. Yes, Will. Let's say you went to another planet. You're walking around. You see what looks to be the residence of one of these aliens. What do? Hello?
Yeah.
No, you peek in the window first.
No, because
they have windows.
You got better abilities. If you were able to get from your planet to their planet, you got the upper hand.
You don't know if we're savages, though.
How?
You know? They probably know. We got guns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They scare us, we shoot.
They laugh at our guns.
Do they?
Yeah, they.
Or they can melt them with their ray beams.
Yeah, think like old school Superman or something. Like they could just like tie him into a knot or.
Oh, by the way, by chilling, I meant completely fake and phony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I actually have
this is the dumbest fake alien thing I've ever seen. It look at this.
Worse than Alien Autopsy?
Worse.
Remember Alien Autopsy, how ridiculous that was back in the day?
Alien Autopsy. Is it true? Are we watching an actual autopsy of an alien? No, we're not.
No.
It's a rubber little alien guy. It's an alien sex doll.
I didn't think it was that bad, though. Alien Autopsy was at least well shot and well done. It looked real, didn't it?
Well, look, old. They had kind of a black and white.
They were trying to make it look old, but
yeah.
It was obvious it wasn't old. So...
Yeah, this one looks really strange. It's your typical big-headed, big-eyed alien looking in through the window. And apparently the film of this is pretty much just that, only he hops up and down a little bit.
Yeah, the guy...
'cause the poor little guy can't get a good look.
The guy that was part of the interview said that in the full-motion video, you see the alien... clearly bobbing his head up and down a few times.
All right. Good alien.
Yeah, is there a happy alien standing above him?
You bob that head. Try to grab his ears. There's nothing there. Holes in the head. You got to put your fingers in there.
They were there until Kimbo punched them off. We tie it all together.
Yeah, I like that. Very, very good. All right. So what more video will...
More to come. We'll keep you posted.
That's just a photo. The actual video comes out, what, tomorrow?
I don't know, whenever this guy is going to... He said it was going to be released as part of some UFO documentary.
Yeah,
He's milking it.
Whatever. In other news, we got a kid at the spelling bee. What's this story about, Mike? He's mispronouncing a word or something?
The big spelling bee was on the weekend, the big Scripps Howard spelling bee, and they gave this kid a word, and he didn't quite understand what it was. And
And that's where the laughter comes from?
Hilarity ensues.
Okay.
Numbnut.
Numbnuts? What?
Numbnut. Numbnut is a felt or sheepskin pad placed between a horse's back and the saddle to prevent chafing. Can I say it and then you say it?
Yeah.
Numbnut.
Oh, Numna.
You were consulting me.
That's a relief. Language origin, please.
Hindi.
Numna. Numnah. Numna.
How do kids know how to spell?
Isn't up yet.
How do kids know how to spell?
I don't
know. How do you know an H went on the end of that?
Because he asked the origin, I think, and a lot of times the origins will give you. Right? He said, "Where's the origin?"
Shut up.
And they studied
Really?
for
Yeah.
years. The
Sorry.
parents keep them locked in a basement.
Yeah, but if you don't know the word, it's like, oh, numna, I
Yeah.
guess.
Like,
You know,
oh,
numna.
yeah, I learned
Like,
that when I
oh.
was 3 years old. Who wrote the story for the show today?
Me.
You spelled it wrong.
I did.
You spelled it like any of us would have known the proper spelling.
I spelled it
of numna.
phonetically.
You spelled it N-U-M-N-U-H.
That was on purpose, so he said it right. That was why he did that to us.
Really? That's radio spelling, yeah.
Oh, really?
Phonetically, yeah, so it's easy.
We thought we finally had something on Stunt Brain.
There's plenty more.
Why isn't the word phonetically spelled phonetically?
What's do we have the audio from last year's spelling bee?
Yeah.
Can we play that?
Yes.
Who has it?
Yeah, it got cleared.
You got it. I got it somewhere in front of me?
Uh-oh.
Oh, really?
You got to put it in one of the CDs.
I don't.
Lord,
I don't.
please
I don't,
let the
I don't,
CD player work.
No, I'm behaving today. I don't really see the disc that might have it on it.
How awkward would it look with Obama and his minister there, or whatever the hell it is, praying about something? It's like, we discussed it, we prayed on it. Like, how do you just say, I'm leaving the church. Okay, let's pray on it. All right.
That was the one I just
It's like having a drink on it or something.
Yeah.
Just seems like an awkward. They talk about how they get together with their spiritual leaders and pray.
Mm-hmm.
How do you break into the prayer?
That's a lazy man's way of talking to God. You kneel with another guy, and
Keith has arrived with Jill. And she is brightening up the studio immediately, and Keith looks completely exhausted. He's carrying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags, 4 coffees. Keith, you all right?
He came stumbling into the studio.
Just stumbling in with the pink bags. Keith, get to the microphone.
how does she look like? How does she look so hot at 7 in the morning? How do you look
just
so good?
the way it is. Hi, Jilly.
Smells good.
Straw, please.
This is. I'm sorry.
Oh,
hold
the
on.
straw.
It's like Gilligan's Island luggage. She packed for a 3-hour tour. Look at all the bags.
Yeah. By the way, that kiss was real that everyone heard in Radioland.
Yeah.
They are
Of
kissing.
course.
People I date have to get out of a coffin before 10 a.m.
Keith, you all right?
This is work. This is work.
See?
I used to have it easy. This is really starting to be work. But
why are you exhausted?
The bags are heavy. And
Tell them what happened at Starbucks.
we went to Starbucks, so I gave the lady the phone, and she started.
Well, the phone because we got a new audience.
Right.
Wait,
yeah.
why don't you break out the phone and once again tell everyone what Jill Nicolini likes to drink in the morning.
The order.
The Starbucks order.
Tall size drink in a grande cup. No fat caramel macchiato, half shot espresso, 2 pumps of sugar-free vanilla, no foam, extra whipped cream, just a drizzle of caramel. If I am not present, get the whipped cream and the caramel in a separate cup and a lot, please. And always get a straw, please. If all else fails, regular chamomile tea, no milk, no sugar. Thank you, XOXO.
So what happened in Starbucks? You handed over the phone because you can't possibly repeat that to anyone.
No, you can't.
So
So
you
I handed
hand
over
over-
the phone, and we actually have a picture of the lady reading it with this very confused look. And she's starting to read it out loud, and this other girl goes, "Oh my God, I just heard that on the radio."
That's funny.
Hey, it's good to know we got listeners.
Right.
All right. Now watch it be another show that's doing it.
So,
was he successful?
Actually, the caramel kind of sunk the whipped cream, like the Titanic, and that's the whole other part of the text, which I should have given you. But I mean, yeah, I don't like it when it sinks, so I give you an A- today.
Thank you. It's better than yesterday.
Absolutely.
I'm striving for
because the
perfection.
effort you give him.
E for effort.
Yeah.
Keith needs a shower. He's sweating.
He's a
Those
mess.
bags are heavy, bro.
I got
Stuff
deodorant
that's
in
in
case you need.
Oh,
Can I fast forward? Here's 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Anthony is in his house alone. It's empty.
Yeah.
There's been a note. Jill is gone, and he's weeping. And then she leaves him over something like this. How many times do I have to tell you? A separate cup for the drizzled caramel. And he's just weeping, and he can't blame her. He's like, she did tell me. She did tell me.
Oh, wow. And you got coffee for everyone else there,
yes,
Keith?
yes.
thanks
It's
what a
definitely
guy.
a new adventure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. The picture of you carrying Jill's pink bags, they're up on onaradio.com.
Oh, wonderful.
And Jill, a lot of people think that this is a whole, like a radio
Yeah,
bit.
It's a little bit.
Oh, no, absolutely not. They were saying that to us all over the weekend, and
Yeah.
it's no bit. It's true.
You know, how far would we go for a bit?
I mean,
You know, first of
yeah.
all, we're too lazy on this show to really plan a bit out to this extent.
That's a good point.
And I mean, you know, to be quite honest, to go as far as we've gone for a bit would be a little odd.
Yeah, I don't just kiss my friends.
Exactly.
That's what everyone was saying.
All right, why don't you
Yes.
guys kiss? It's been 15 seconds.
What we have?
Okay.
Ooh.
Mind if I
Oh,
just
now
sit
she's
here?
sitting on my lap.
Yeah, well.
Oh, you smell great.
Jill, we're a little worried, though,
God.
because you're missing your third day of work. You guys have only been dating 2 weeks.
No. I actually have off today, and I'm actually scheduled off Friday and next Monday as well. I have a lot of vacation time to use up.
Yeah.
So he's not a bad influence. The
Oh, okay, all right.
CW11
Well, we just
knows
want to make
that.
sure we get that out
And
there.
they love you guys.
Going on a little trip.
Yeah.
You going on a trip?
Oh, you didn't hear about this one?
Vegas to get married? Where are we going?
Well, maybe Keith wants to come back over for this one because it caused quite a ruckus yesterday at the show.
Please tell me that Keith has to go with you just to carry Jill's bags.
No, this is a Keithless trip, but
What do you mean?
well, you're not going.
What? Why?
You weren't even nominated to book it. He asked Kenny.
Stay the F home. I know. I got in trouble last night because last minute I'm going on a trip with Jill next weekend, and I turned to Kenny and said, "Kenny, could you book this flight?" And Keith was so dejected that I didn't go through Keith because Keith is my guy, Kenny is GH's guy, and I kind of bypassed. I was stepped over. I can make a flight reservation. I'm smart.
You know what's funny? I bet you Jill's flight instructions are very specific. She's probably like, I want an aisle seat, but if it's a 727, it has to be the third aisle back. If it's a 747, I want the middle seat, but it's got to be...
Yeah, not that bad. But I know Keith was very angry to the point where, what happened with the extra money, the change that you gave him?
Yeah. Would you call that
Hurt my feelings tax?
a hurt my feelings tax? I gave him a lot of money for wine because I expected him to come back with like some really good, expensive wine. He came back with good wine. I won't fault you on that. But it wasn't all that expensive. It's fine, whatever. And he didn't give me any change back, and he called it, I kept the change for a hurt my feelings tax. A hurt my feelings tax.
He secretly loves you.
He was so dejected that I went to Kenny for the flight information and reservation instead of going to him. So then I apologized profusely.
Oh, you know what he did?
Huh.
He actually took his cell phone picture with a screensaver of you and I, and he changed it to...
A big pile of dog crap. It was me and Jill. That was his screensaver on his BlackBerry. We were very proud to have that. And then he goes, well, I changed it, and he shows it to me, and it's just a pile of dog crap.
Yeah.
Well, that's not aggressive and psychopathic. That's good.
Oh, I know. What a lunatic.
You ever see that movie with Madeline Stowe and Kurt Russell where they're the happy couple and the psycho cop becomes, like, just turns on them? That's what's going to happen with him.
Oh, wow. I never thought of
He'll
that.
be trying to be somewhere and just fall in love, and he'll be peeking behind the lawn chairs with a scope on a rifle.
Are you secretly depressed that you lost your friend? Because you guys aren't hanging out anymore. You know that, right?
Well, he does take a little longer to return text messages now. I mean, we were starting to get into a certain...
You really thought you had a new pal
about
in
that.
Anthony.
You know. But that's not true. Jill, how long does it take me to return a text?
Well, you never usually pick up the phone at all anymore.
Yeah.
And later on, you make excuses saying it was on silent, but he just didn't want to pick up your text.
Yeah, I just don't...
Sorry.
Wow.
Truth hurts.
Busy.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Very busy guy.
I love you, Keith.
Thank you, Jill.
You can come honky-tonking with us if you'd like.
Oh, that's a clue where you're going.
Honky-tonk.
That's a clue where you're
Line
going.
dancing.
Well, are you going to get Anthony line dancing?
He's going to have a cowboy hat. We already picked one out.
It was kind of disturbing hearing you guys.
Get me drunk enough.
You guys were singing along to songs last night in the limo.
Uh-huh.
We
to
sing a
songs
lot.
that I didn't think Anthony would sing along to.
We sing a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we heard that. We all heard that. What was the song they were singing last night together?
I don't know.
Was it
Fun.
True by Spandau Ballet?
No,
that was a good one.
Metallica. Hello.
Mm-hmm. Jewel.
Well, I didn't know the Jewel song.
But you tried.
You did try.
You did try to sing along a little bit to Jewel.
That's so sweet.
See?
But the best is when you sing to me Amazed by Lone Star.
Oh, right.
Isn't that your ringtone now?
Yeah, if he calls me, he gets amazed.
That's what I hear.
And then when I pick up the phone, he continues singing it.
See? Look,
no, he doesn't.
Look at Jimmy.
I've never
Look
seen...
at Jimmy.
He doesn't continue singing it.
Yes, he does. Tell him how you
Why
do
wouldn't
it.
I?
Show him.
Why wouldn't I? I'm not giving him the satisfaction.
Jimmy is
Are you on her side on this? I don't know what to do.
See, we're finally seeing the real Anthony. I
Yeah.
said that a few times in the last 2 weeks.
Really?
This is the Anthony I knew was inside him. Right, Jimmy?
Yeah, he's a sweet guy. He's
So
not a dick.
He talks a tough game, but I always knew that this was the Anthony that would come out eventually. All right, will you guys stop?
Mauling each other.
Anthony on the radio is a very aggressive guy. He's a very he can be very caustic when he has to be, but off the air with someone he likes, he's hey honey, she's lovable.
It's all about
Jill.
honey.
Jill's coming with us.
Snoopy.
Jilly.
Hey Jill.
Pookie. Bear.
Anthony talks with the lower part of his mouth, like his neck moves a little bit more when he talks. He goes like Jilly.
You do.
That's what he does. He uses the bottom part, like okay.
Yeah.
He just gets very cute.
And we want to, now that she's here, we want to thank Jill for playing DJ in the limo at 12:30 at night as we're all trying to sleep on the way
like
to the
that?
hotel.
I'm sorry.
It was terrific. None of us were brave enough to tell you to turn the music down.
It was actually
if it was Keith or Kenny or Danny or Stunt Brain, oh boy, there would be no music in that limo.
I actually kind of liked it though. I mean, it was nice but none of us wanted to feel like old men. Mm-hmm. It's like you got the younger woman playing like loud tunes, and we're all like, ah.
Yeah, we didn't want to admit that we usually take naps at this time.
Bunch of
Why
creeps.
you turn that down?
Bunch of creeps having Metamucil, dozing off in the limo. Bunch of fairies.
That's us having fun on the road, but Jill's bringing a whole new angle to the thing.
It's a nice energy.
DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Photographer.
Yeah, she takes 8 million pictures at any event.
She's like the guy who has all the naked people light. She arranges everybody. Okay, you over there. You stand there. You with the cleft palate in the back. There's always. She's just arranging people for photos.
Yeah, it's my forte.
And Keith, you all right? You need a towel to mop off?
I am a little damp under the pits.
You want my Motorhead shirt?
What happened to your shirt?
It was an incident at the hotel.
An incident?
Yeah, somebody didn't know what Hawaii looked like. I'm like, let me put a map for you.
He only brought
shirt.
He brought one shirt on this road trip, and it got soiled.
You know, sometimes
So
shirts
now
have to
he's-
be used for cleanup.
So now he's in a Black Sabbath hoodie, and it's zipped. Well, now he zipped it up, which we
Of course I
appreciate.
did.
Thank
Everybody's
you,
eyeing
Jimmy.
me up.
Because
Shirts.
he's bare-chested under the
Tissue.
Well, I
Black
have a
Sabbath
few
hoodie.
shirts in my
pillowcase.
luggage if you want me to get some. You can try some on.
Would you like to try on some of Jill's clothes?
You might as well.
I have mixed feelings about it. I'm not going to say no.
As long as he doesn't use it like he used his Motorhead shirt. That's for sure.
I don't want to show off my gut and love handles, but then there's a part of me like it would probably kind of make me feel like cute.
You'd be adorable.
Yeah. Keith, why is she carrying her own pink bag?
Oh, my God, Keith.
Keith, what's up with you, man?
Jesus. She had to lift that by herself.
Did
what
you
are
hear the
crazy?
thud of that thing going down?
Oh, yeah, I know. It's just, look, it's for one day.
That's for one...
Aw, Jimmy, you look so cute in that little white number.
How much stuff did you bring for one
Look at
day?
poor Jimmy just made a face like, oh, God.
Put the dress on.
No, what happened is this. I'll put them on and stretch them, and then, like, on the way back on the train...
They still have tags on them. Where were you shopping?
Wait.
I always shop. This was a little...
Wait, she still has tags on all her luggage that she brought to Boston.
Tags?
That's a tag right there.
Yeah, well, I buy things a lot.
And then you...
I buy things a lot.
Are you one of those girls that you wear your stuff once and then bring it back?
No.
You hide the tag?
Oh, absolutely not. This is just
Okay.
a brand new
I'm
dress.
just asking.
No, I have a very big closet. Overflowing. A few of them. Right?
Absolutely. And I see some of the stuff in there that, you know, we see her on TV with. Hey, I recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you're going to try on one of Jill's...
Jimmy's making a face like, oh.
Jill, there.
Oh, that was
There
nice.
you go, the bustier, Jim.
That works for me.
Jim, try on the bustier for ONARadio.com.
You would actually probably have bosoms if you put that on.
With it or without it, I would. I've been hitting the gym, but I'm not that good. And I can't with the bustier. It's just too awful, but I'll try the other one.
What are you trying on?
The summer dress.
I love how offended you are. Like the summer dress, of course.
It's so warm out there. What am I supposed to put on?
All right, why don't we use that as the radio tease? When we come back,
Yeah,
you'll
a visual.
Well, yeah, but they could go to ONARadio.com.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Stunt Brain is updating as we speak now. Something we should have figured out a year ago, but Stunt Brain's been with us 2 weeks and has already helped the radio show. So a lot of pictures up on ONARadio.com, including the one with Anthony, Jill, Jim Florentine, and Robin Quivers, and Keith with the pink luggage. A lot of good pictures to check
Kimbo
out
Slice
today.
video up there, too.
The Kimbo Slice video's up there for everyone to check out.
Oh, we come
Yes,
back.
Jimmy.
I got to play a message. I got a wrong message. It was a wrong number.
Why are you pointing at our hip, Anthony?
I don't know. There's a black and blue mark.
A black and blue mark.
I'm anemic.
Yeah, you gotta watch
Is that what that means when a bruise doesn't heal?
And when you get lots of bruises. Always.
Yeah.
Just from walking.
Why does she have a... is that bite marks?
No.
Can Jim show
bite
Jimmy?
marks.
Is that a bite mark, Jimmy?
Can I see it? I won't touch it, of course.
That's...
It's the smallest mouth in history. It's
No,
little-
that
Looks
that's-
like a handprint.
Yeah, that looks
Right.
like a pinch.
Yeah, that's here.
Wow.
That's like holding on for dear life.
Yeah, wow.
grip.
Almighty. Somebody was watching Bronco Billy.
God, Aunt, let her breathe. Let her breathe.
Good God. Comey is an animal. No wonder she's addicted.
Yeah.
No offense, but
Let her
Oh, my
breathe. She's
God.
not going anywhere anytime
Anthony
soon.
digs his hands into people's flesh. He holds on to them. She probably has skeletal damage in her hips.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're live from Boston in the BCN studios. It's Opie and Anthony and Jill Nicolini. And you.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
Please, I know I'm
All right,
irrelevant.
well, let's go to break then.
I think June 6th. I might got some Connecticut, June 6th and 7th. I don't know. Some Connecticut stuff, I think. I don't know. I don't know, because you give me... I don't shake with my left hand. Wait, I'm not done yet. Also, last one. Shut up. Also, I'm re-releasing my CD until I make my new one. It's not really re-releasing it. I ordered 500 more and in my closet.
Like a CD burner in your basement, like
I re-released it. And my CD.
Did you rename it though?
You know, it's sad because last week I did a benefit and it was a great benefit. This is for suicide prevention. I did this benefit in. Listen to me.
This isn't our radio show.
Okay, I did.
This is Saturday night, you asshole.
Okay.
Plug your show and beat it.
I did a fundraiser for suicide. Will you listen if you quit interrupting?
Do you have any more topics?
For suicide prevention. And we raised some money. It was like 200 people. And I couldn't sell my CD after because my CD is I'm Killing Here. It has all these cartoons blowing the fucking brains out on my CD. But we raised money. So come to Jacksonville. I want some O&A people. All right, hold on. I'm getting
Beat it, you fucking yenta.
Hello, this is Bill Burr. I'm going to be telling my wonderful jokes at Caroline's Comedy Club May 29th through June 1st. You can go to carolines.com or call 212-757-4100.
Call the Opie and Anthony Show. 866-WOW-1-WOW.
Opie and Anthony. Infamous DJs.
Opie and Anthony.
Live from Boston, it's the Opie and Anthony Show. Once again, I want to thank Dave Wellington and the gang here at BCN for having us, treating us like rock stars. We had a lot of fun, that's for sure. Yeah. This could be very creepy. At any moment, Jimmy's going to walk through that door. I know this is a visual, but trust me, we'll put it up on onaradio.com immediately.
Well, Jimmy had a problem. He didn't have his shirt.
Right.
So he's just been wearing a hoodie, unzipped, kind of, and his body is just the most boyish little hairless body ever. He had his zipper down, and I swear I thought he had a white T-shirt on. He was that smooth.
He was bare-chested.
Because he had a Motorhead shirt, but he used it last night to clean up with. So he can't wear it until it's washed, I guess. So Jill has offered one of her pieces of clothing out of her, a lot of clothing that she brought in her pink luggage. And this was a little summer dress. Is that what I'm being led to believe? Yes. It's a little Maggie London number. And
is that supposed to be impressive? I don't know. Maggie London's pretty hot. Okay. Go ahead, Aunt.
Maggie London number.
All right.
And where is he? We'll bring Jimmy in. Maybe do a little fashion show.
Well, he's being a prima donna like Scott Weiland was last night.
Is he?
Yeah, he's going to make everyone wait. Come on, Jimmy!
It's taking him so long. Is he primping?
He probably can't fit in it.
Yeah, he probably can't. Oh,
Mike went to see what's going on with him. But I don't think he could fit in the
bathroom.
In the dress. See, right now, if you walk through the studio door, it would be perfect because the music has faded out.
Well, Mike is taking a picture in the bathroom, so...
There may be a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How expensive was it?
Uh-oh.
Is he coming out?
He is.
All right, Jimmy is coming out. He is making...
probably ripped it open, yeah.
She's like, whatever. We're live, I hear. We're live, yes. He knows we're live.
The bathroom door opens and closes again. It is like STP.
What's wrong with him? Is he getting shy?
He didn't want to leave his pants in the bathroom.
Oh, all right. Jimmy is going to get his pants. Do you see him, Aunt?
No, I see the door. I'm eagerly awaiting for the door to open and see his grand entrance wearing his Maggie London summer dress. Just going to look so cute, I bet. Yeah, the door's opening. Oh, my God.
What?
Wow.
What?
I just caught a quick glimpse of him. There he is.
Oh, my God.
Is it comfy?
Not bad.
It's very nice. It's like very, very trendy colors: pink, some white, black.
I went all out too, by the way. See?
Oh, his undies. So he's hanging in that.
All right, hold on, Jimmy.
Oh my God,
Opie.
Yeah,
you're missing the best part though because he still has his shoes and socks on.
Yeah, he's still got his sneakers and his white socks on. And wow, you look
You look
like Jimmy in a dress.
You look creepy. I wish we had a wig. I wish we had a wig.
I like how it's kind of pushing your chest down a little bit.
No, I lost weight.
Up top. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I've been in the gym 5 days a week.
And you fit very nicely in that.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, I don't look as good as she does, but
and you walked in kind of all hunched over, holding your pants or something like an old lady clutching a bag. It was very.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, how to walk in a dress.
Now, Jimmy, there's something about you wearing a dress, something about a dress. At BCN. You were wearing a dress, or you had a dress, something about a dress.
I got
it. Jill, what do you think of Jimmy and your dress?
Well, I think he's a little pale, so I would recommend getting some sun or some bronzer. I don't know if I'll be able to fit into it again, but I never wore it technically, and the fact that you don't have any underwear on, I don't want it back.
You're probably not going to wear it.
Yeah.
All of a
But
sudden,
you look like you're in a moo-moo. Yes.
Yeah, it does. It kind of looks
an
like
old Italian mother in a moo-moo.
it really does make a difference who wears the clothing, because it just. I bet it's a hot-looking dress.
What do you mean you bet?
I bet it is. But on Jimmy, it I don't know. You look like one of the girls that come to the O&A virus shows.
Yeah.
One of the girls. The girl that comes to
the one girl that shows up.
I should walk up to Jim Norton right now and go, I'm your MySpace friend. Are you? Well, I recognize you by the dorsal fin.
Does it feel good?
Surprisingly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does it feel good, like the freedom that you have in there?
Well, it doesn't fit me properly.
No.
But if it did.
Yeah. But I mean, does it feel good on you? The bottom half? Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you do a little spin for us?
Because I'm
one of those fast
because the
spins.
fact that I'm packing a half will be obvious.
Yeah.
Had it not been for my marathon last night, I'd be happy to show off.
Oh God!
But right now,
if he spins, you're gonna see way too much of Jim Norton.
Yeah.
Because he ditched the boxers.
Picture some Hubba Bubba with an acorn stuck in it.
Well, you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Jimmy, before the break, I cut you off. You said somebody called you or something?
Oh, yeah, I got a message from, it was a wrong number.
How could we even talk to him?
Oh, I know.
We just go back to doing regular radio. He's wearing a dress.
My eyes are up here.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Let me...
Excuse me.
Excuse me, I'm not a sex object.
Yeah, there's a person in here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get to my voicemail. I don't have Verizon anymore.
Okay.
AT&T does a good job, but let's see.
Mm-hmm.
This was a wrong number left for me.
As he's still wearing his dress.
Wait.
Oh.
Because it's great speakerphone on the
Isadora?
iPhone. Hold on.
All right, hold on.
Isadora is calling Roy.
Isadora?
Oh, Isadora is calling Roy.
We're at the flower shop right now. I'm with Theodosius, Elspeth, and Agnes. I don't know if you're going to come stop by and look at some flowers. Tomorrow we're going to be going to the furniture shop for lunch. So, give us a call. I know it's your 70th birthday, and you think you're so great, but you can at least pick up the phone. All right, Roy, so... Happy birthday to you.
Drop dead.
Happy birthday, dear Roy. Happy birthday to you. We love you.
I can only hope Roy is face down in his apartment with his dog eating his arm.
In his own birthday cake.
Yeah.
Face down in his own birthday cake.
I hope Roy heard that and tried to get to the phone and grabbed his chest and collapsed. And that's the last thing he heard.
Oh, those names. At least the names were sexy. Agnes. Theodosia. What the hell was...
This is Edna and prostatitis.
Those are awful names.
Right on.
Your 70th birthday. It's Doris.
Could you probably put your clothes back on, Jimmy? Please go on the train like that.
Oh, God.
Yes. Yes.
And then just sit with your knees up
I would.
and your ankles apart.
I'd give somebody eye contact and then my legs would slowly part.
Yeah.
That's what any guy would do if they were a chick.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be bothered with that crossing of the legs thing.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I got to be ladylike.
We would just have everything on display.
I mean, I don't know if Jill,
yes, Keith.
I don't know if Jill would want to, but I mean, the website comparison really should be Jill putting the dress on now, and then a side by side on the website.
Wow, look at Keith thinking.
Yeah. If Jimmy's helmet hasn't really rubbed up.
Can we launder? Can we launder that? By the look Jill's making, I don't think.
She doesn't want to put somebody else's.
We have a better chance of her ordering her own drink at Starbucks than Jimmy.
As a woman, you don't want to put on a dress
Until it's washed.
that your boyfriend's friend just had on with his hog bouncing. I mean, I don't blame her.
I don't want to dock by proxy.
I'd rather do it for real. The proxy stuff is irritating.
Derek, because of the Boston Globe calling us the Radio Rascals, came up with this real fast. The Radio Rascals.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Radio Rascals.
Let's get ready to chuckle.
You are Radio Rascals. Radio Rascals. You are Radio Rascals. Radio Rascals.
Opie and Anthony.
Thanks to the Boston Globe.
Thank you.
For calling us Radio Rascals.
All right. Jimmy's online if you want to see.
Oh, Jimmy's online? See how fast we're updating this thing now? Jimmy and address on onaradio.com. Did you get a good picture of him?
Keith just lifted up the back of his dress.
Just ask.
Just ask. You don't have to be so...
Yeah. You have to be clandestine about it.
The best part is that you still have your sneakers and white socks on, Jimmy.
And no dignity.
No.
What?
As long as my calves were in the picture.
He's also on Pal Talk, I guess, huh?
Yeah, they know.
Nice.
Please.
Yeah, of course.
Drink it in.
Probably all seen worse.
Of course they have.
Of you, late nights.
Please, if anyone has screen cap, there's quite a few of me back in the day. Legs open up on the desk, scrapping.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
Kenny, did we get all the plugs in? Club Soda Kenny, everyone.
Kenny.
And is our train on time?
I didn't check yet, but I will check about the train. And we had a beautiful breakfast, Morton's Back Bay, Boylston Street. And maybe Jill and Anthony could get some gifts from the Amazing Superstore.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah, because it's like an adult-like store.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. Their motto is, excite your life. Amazing Superstore.
Fantastic.
Do you need to excite your life, Anthony?
No,
How
not
come?
at all. It's exciting right now. I don't
Thank
think
you.
I need to go to any store at this point and pick up a marital aid. But, you know, a lot of people do.
Oh, my God. What did we get ourselves... and I'm saying, what did we get ourselves into? Because we're part of this.
Yes, Jimmy's wearing a dress.
I know. It's gotten to the point where Jimmy's now wearing women's clothing.
I normally wouldn't.
I like to wear women's clothes.
Makes me feel much closer to them. No, I would wear panties if I thought it made me feel sexy. I don't care.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't care, but it doesn't.
Oh.
I wish it did. I would love that, like an innocent fetish like that.
Wait, Jill, thumbs up or down on guys wearing panties? Straight guys wearing panties.
Straight guys wearing a girl's thong or something like that?
Probably not a thong. I'm guessing if you could wear a thong.
Wrong.
Yeah, you're probably starring in karate movies. But if you're going to wear, like, let's say, a larger...
But like boy shorts?
No, regular panties.
Bloomers?
Like granny panties?
Not necessarily, no.
Silken.
No, if you're going to wear them, you got to get a sexy pair.
Just like the 70s look, I guess, right? A lot of material still around there.
Yeah, regular panties.
Regular
Yeah.
panties.
Keep it as you are. Looks good like
Yeah.
that.
Are there any examples in here?
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm not
You gonna
giving
rummage-
you
gonna
a pair
rummage
of
through
my
the panties?
No.
Yeah, you might grab the wrong pair. I know how girls have to travel. Almighty. Is this RFK's hat?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Looks like Lincoln's pillow.
All right, well, we're wrapping up our stay here in Boston. Almost done. Just can't get over the picture of Jimmy in a dress that's up on onaradio.com.
I think
now
what's
up there.
bothering everybody is it looks a little better than you thought it would.
That might be a problem.
Like
yeah,
it's silly, but it's like...
It's not it's silly, but it's not completely ridiculous on you.
Yeah.
That's because you're.
Pockets too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, look at
Oh
that.
wow! Now you can wear it on the train.
This one.
Oh, watch what you reach in there. You can kind of toy around with things.
Well, this is wonderful.
I think it's good because he's also so hairless. It's not like a big hairy guy with big chest hair coming out the top of the dress.
My name is William, and I like to wear dresses. My name is William, and I like fingernail polish.
Polish.
I'm gonna get rid of all my male clothes and get only girl clothes.
Somebody you can relate to.
I didn't know there was pockets.
There's pockets in there?
My camera and my phone. This is great.
Oh, look. This is great.
Wow. That's all a boy needs.
And you get a nice breeze under there that could, dry things out if you're a little sweaty.
I very rarely am. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I have to wear like heavy gear in the gym to sweat. Hooded sweatshirt. I don't sweat.
Yeah. All right.
Sweaty.
So we did a lot today.
What a day.
Yeah.
Anthony made it official. He's dating Jill Nicolini, who's...
well, we've been dating.
Well, I know, but you made it official to the
Now we're,
listeners. Because someone said it that we all feel like we're dating Jill Nicolini. One of the listeners said that, so they need updates.
Living vicariously through...
I think eventually they're going to fade away with their updates, so...
No, the only update is that I guess we're boyfriend-girlfriend.
Yeah.
And that Anthony does sing Amaze to me.
Aw. See, isn't that sweet? No.
He is so sweet. You are so cute, honey. My little schnookums.
Thank you.
Bear.
Thank you, Poopsie.
Do you guys got pet names yet? Where are we at?
I don't think we've come up with any pet names yet.
No.
No pet names?
No.
But you do look good in my little kitty cat suit.
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of cats, and he loves my cats, right?
They're adorable.
And has admitted that he likes cats, so
like
over the
cats.
years. So that's not a huge surprise. But what's the kitty?
Cat suits?
What's-
Tell him about the cat suit.
It's a blanket on the bed that's very fuzzy. It's it almost feels like lamb wool, really. And if I have it over me, it looks like I'm a giant cat.
No, a little cute cat.
And
Close to what you're acting like.
So I'm assuming
and then
you're,
if
you're
my,
close to naked
if
and
my
you're putting...
belly gets scratched, then I can purr.
Do it,
I can go,
honey.
See, I could purr because I'm okay. Opie's taking his headphones off. He's leaving the studio. That pretty much put it over the top. Jimmy,
I'm in a dress, and that is faggier than what I'm doing.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I look like Chuck Connors next to you right now.
Schmoopsie.
And you guys have been dating 13 days?
Yes, wow. Has it been?
I like to say you guys announced
2 weeks.
Jill announced it to the whole train yesterday.
Yeah.
By the way, Jill.
Yes.
Oh, we didn't even bring this. Did we bring this up on the air? The old couple you guys were talking to across the way
Yes.
on the train?
The married couple.
You know the older woman won your bed, right?
She was flirting a little bit,
She
I
had
think.
some tendencies.
You think?
Oh, look at the haircut
Well,
she
I know.
had.
I know. Ramon was his name, and that was Kelly, and Ramon was hitting on Kenny as well.
Ramon.
Ramon, the rolling R. And Kenny and him danced.
Yeah, they
had
danced in
romantic
the aisle.
moments. I put on some Luther Vandross, and
Yeah.
they were dancing to Here and Now.
Were we on the quiet car? Because there was nothing quiet about our ride up to Boston. Jill decided to play music for the whole car, and no one was going to tell her no.
Kenny was being loud, ordering food and dancing, and
Yeah, no one was going to tell her no.
Brulee.
we'll see how the return trip goes.
I think we're all going to just crash. Kenny, Keith, you ready to carry Jill's luggage out of here? We're just about done.
You got to zip that up. And
How many pounds of luggage would you say? And don't exaggerate, because you don't need an exaggeration on this one.
The big one is definitely 50 plus pounds.
That?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Easy 50 plus.
That is true. I have one of those miniature scales I keep at the house, and when I left, I did weigh it.
I know what's funny about this, and I don't want to blow up his spot, but as far as being a cop, Keith is way up there. Let's just say he does very well for himself.
Yeah.
But in this organization, he is carrying pink luggage.
Pink luggage. And he's got to say, to everybody that looks at him, he keeps saying, "It's not mine. It's not
And
mine."
we just say it is yours.
Yeah. So the one bag alone is close to 50 or over 50?
Over 50.
We were here for 24 hours.
Exactly my point.
It's just in case.
Jimmy,
You
did you
never
fart
know.
or something?
No.
What happened?
Nothing.
Did you see the back? Did you see the back of the dress blow up?
Nothing.
Why are you going like this?
I don't know.
You're taking on the mannerisms
I'm
of a
sorry?
girl because you got a dress on, man. I thought something
Oh, no.
happened.
I was.
He put his hands up to his face like this, like. You all right?
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize. Yes, I was going through a thought process.
Oh, okay. I just caught you out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, what is going on with Jimmy? I thought you farted.
No. What you asked me was kind of accurate. Like, I feel that urge, and I just walked through the process of what if something else happened, and I'm in this dress. I swear to God, and I was going through this process to myself, and you looked over. That's why my face, like, oh my God, would that be mortifying?
All right. Because there's not much camouflage there.
None.
If something happened.
It's awful.
So, Keith, the one bag is 50 pounds.
50
the one
plus
pink.
the rolling one, yeah.
All right, and then what? We got 2 or 3 more, right?
Yeah, the other pink one is probably 35 pounds.
It's safe to say close to 100 pounds of luggage
Close
for,
to 100 pounds
for
of
24
luggage, yeah.
hours?
For 24
Oh,
hours.
And you
then
guys
the
are going
laptop.
away this weekend?
And the laptop.
And the pocketbook weighs about 20.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what a whole weekend of luggage looks like.
Are you going to get more luggage than this?
Oh, I have the whole. It's Tommy Hilfiger, and I have about 6 pieces total. So I have
all pink?
extra large, medium, small, carry, wheelie, you name
How are
it.
you guys going to get that down to where you're going?
Easy.
You just wheel it to the...
Wheel.
There's
Anthony's
more
a
luggage
strapping
weight than
man.
Jill weight.
Yeah.
But we may have to pay extra now.
All right, Keith, why don't
Yeah.
you load up like a mule?
Give me a bag of shells.
Keith is going to start loading up Jill's bags.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Zip it
Danny
up.
said what? You just brought underwear, that was it?
I brought underwear and a spare shirt.
Thank you.
And it's in the same bag as my laptop.
I packed I took a book bag for our trip up here. Jimmy has only one T-shirt, and Jill Nicolini has over 100 pounds of luggage.
Over 100 pounds.
That is correct.
Wait, do you want your dress back?
Jimmy. Jimmy just blasted one. Oh, God.
Welcome to the show, Jill.
That needs to be laundered.
Yeah. I don't think
And
she's
don't
kidding.
wash it with the Lemmy shirt, the Motorhead shirt.
Have you worn that one on TV?
Not
please. See?
ever or not yet. What do I do now? The tag just came
man.
off.
Yeah.
So now you can't even bring it back.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, it's been fun, Kenny.
Wow.
Any last thoughts?
Jesus.
WBCN is requesting bonus show.
What? All right, we'll do like
that'd be nice,
All right, we'll
but-
do a few more minutes. After
What?
this. Well, you have a train to wait for. We'll do a couple
Yeah,
more stories.
exactly.
It's a real case of hurry up and wait.
Regular Joe.
All right, we'll be back with more show in just a bit. It's Opie and Anthony. And we're back with the Opie and Anthony show. I just pulled out the music. I
It's
don't
like, why?
Well, we're not in familiar surroundings, so it gets a little weird.
Yeah.
We're wrapping up our broadcast here in Boston, and we've had a lot of fun, even though we don't even feel like we've been here because it's just been kind of a whirlwind trip.
Yeah, we kind of a military operation. Get in, get out,
What is that about? If we're going to come up here, we should come up here.
hang out
Wouldn't
more.
it be nice to like go to Newbury Street and have some lunch and just mellow out and hang out a little bit?
No.
Show
to be in the
Jill the
room.
sights a little bit. You know, like leave your room every once in a while.
Why leave?
Well, eventually you're gonna have to leave.
It's
No.
gonna get boring, all that sex and stuff. I was in the room next to you guys. It's like the one night they've chosen to go to bed like two saints. You just seen me, straddling my stupid pillow with my little glass up against the wall.
We should talk about that. We all got our keys.
Oh, God.
And my reaction was very different from Jimmy's because I was exhausted, and I asked Ant what his room was. We could say it now. It was like 418 or something like that, and I was 422. and I breathed a sigh of relief because I wanted to sleep, and Jimmy had the opposite.
I got 419, which we called hitting the lotto. Which was the room right next to Anthony. So I'm like, good. They're going to unknowingly walk me through something. And I heard some jibber jabber, a little chit chat. I didn't hear what they were saying. I figured I'd wait before I get up against it. All of a sudden, it got very quiet. I'm like, oh, this is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible snoring.
You
and him
heard
going,
snoring?
Honey, are you awake? No, I didn't hear snoring. I just knew they went to sleep. 'Cause it was quiet. I was very disappointed.
Yeah.
They're like responsible couple.
Well, we
very
got,
busy day. I know.
They were
I was
singing.
hoping to get some dirt on Anthony. Like, there's got to be something weird he likes. That she'll
how
slip up
great
and
would
say.
that be, right?
Yeah.
A little slippage.
Yeah.
Well, maybe in the future I'll slowly
Jill,
reveal some.
You've been doing the show for the last hour. You got to give us something on Anthony.
Please.
Something. Well, I told you
We're-
that he
we're-
likes singing Amazed. That was.
Whatever.
We know he
That's-
likes singing
we
because
know
he's a good singer.
We know he has a heart somewhere in there. Trust me.
Yes.
We've been saying it for a long time. He just didn't want to admit it.
It's under the Kevlar and swastikas.
Yeah,
but it's there.
It's there, right?
Okay.
So that doesn't surprise us, and the cat thing doesn't surprise
Okay.
us.
What about flowers? He sent me 2 dozen roses with a little note. Do I know what the note said?
Yeah.
Could I tell him what the note said?
Yes.
No.
Wait, hold
Oh,
on.
honey, stop it.
Come on, Aunt. You sent the same gift that Apollo Creed sent the mayor's wife.
What did the note say?
But
did it say?
why do you want to know?
Because a lot of people out there think this is a radio bit. This would be perfect.
Why? Because I just put on a dress and farted into it.
Yeah.
That's different.
But inquiring minds want to know. It's
She
okay.
wants- she
It's
wants-
Okay.
She's proud of you. She likes the fact that you're a sweet guy.
Oh, Jimmy. Look at Jimmy. I love Jimmy's attempt at bringing this out, so I'll go, oh, yeah, okay, Jimmy, you're right.
But am I right, though? Do you not, like, I think the fact that she knows that Anthony has this reputation of being, like, one of these shock jocks, and the fact that he's this sweet, genuine dude.
He is the most.
I don't
sweetest.
even...
He's no. He's the sweetest. Right? You told me that the other day. I said he was sweet. He's like, no, you are. No, you are. And
You know
he's like,
how you go through that?
Sweetest.
No, I don't.
No?
I've never been
the
through that.
bestest.
You know, I defy any couple to tell me that you've never done things like this.
Never. It was for us. It was more like you're a C. Yeah, well, you're impotent.
So we're not going to know what the note said, I guess?
You can know what the note said. I don't
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to. I don't want to push.
The note said, well, it's on the refrigerator now. It says,
It's on our refrigerator,
dear,
or
no, I didn't say
Oh,
our.
okay.
It's on the refrigerator.
It's on the refrigerator, and it says, Dear Jill, I am amazed by you.
Right. Thank you.
I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Love, Anthony.
Yeah.
What?
That's what it said.
That's all we'll say.
Was there more?
No, but I think I
Oh, that
said
was it.
enough.
Is that early as far as love?
Well, I got a nice note this morning, too, that was
Take
left
it out
in
of
the
your
bathroom.
pocket. Is it in your pocket still?
It's in my bag, which is outside.
Oh.
Damn it.
Could we? Now we need to know
What's it
what she
say?
wrote you.
It was a nice little note. It was there,
Probably
waiting
something
for
less
me.
loving. Hey, Aunt, thanks for the trip. Be in touch.
Make sure Keith gets a straw.
right. Make sure Keith gets a straw. All right, Ant's digging for the note that Jill wrote him.
Alrighty.
This is for all the people that think that this is a radio bit. Trust me, it's not a radio bit. I've never seen Anthony act like
Here's
this.
what it's-
And I've been hanging with him for 14 years. 14. What? Go ahead, Ant. What's the note from Jill?
Okay, it says, I love you, Anthony. Have a great show. See you soon, my love. Love, yours always, Jill. XOXO.
I think it's a nice, slow, healthy progression. I like that. It's not at all coming off like two lost souls desperately clinging in a storm. Nice to see two people getting to know each other after 4 belts of booze. I love you. Me too.
Let's get married this weekend.
It's amazing.
That's where we're. Oh.
Oh, the
well,
weekend.
you know.
Oh boy, now the cat's out of the bag. Speculation. Blinds DC. Copy paste.
Nice that the cat's out of the bag. You're not under the blanket cutely.
Jimmy, it's me and you, kid.
Oh,
it's me and you.
This is frightening.
It really is frightening.
It's been a whirlwind romance.
And you love kids, right?
I adore young little children.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, you got that big house that needs filling up, I'm sure.
Of course.
I'm sure you guys will have 5 kids within 2 years. You'll probably be married by the end of the year. You'll probably end up beating me to the altar
by the end of the month.
Yeah. By the end of the month? Well, you're already saying you love each other after 12 days. That's healthy.
Yes.
Like Jimmy pointed out.
But 13.
13 days.
13 days.
No, but the flowers in the note that was a few days ago.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh.
But
what are those things Hawaiians wear around their necks at a luau?
Leis.
A lei. That's what his wedding is going to have in it. They're going to come back from Vegas with photos of them in leis and announce that they've been married in some fly-by-night chapel. In some creepy ceremony with beverages with pineapples in them.
I've never been happy and disgusted at the same time. That's what's going through my head. Extremely happy, but also very disgusted by what I witnessed in the last 24 hours.
Yeah?
Yeah. Look at Jimmy. He's with me.
Yeah, but again, we're very happy for you.
We're
They are a
extremely
nice
happy.
couple.
Oh, shut up. You're not.
We are. No, it's fun. It's fun to watch your friend falling in love.
Yeah.
Did you see him rubbing my feet on the train?
Yes.
Of course, I saw it on the truck.
And
We were
he cleaned
texting
them.
each other.
Did you notice that?
Well, they gave us those hot towels, so I threw a hot towel on her foot.
Did you really, Christ?
Well,
Wow, it's really nice. What happened when they brought the little bread? Did he make 50 loaves and hand it out?
I thought it was fun. I'll bite it.
She has nice feet. No disrespect, of course.
Does. Oh, my Marcellus Wallace, I'm going to throw you out a window.
I know. We're in a weird position because she was like
Tony Rocky Horror.
We're in a weird position because for a long time she was like a sex object to us. I mean, I got to be honest. And now it's like a thing, and now we don't know. Now we got to be very respectful.
Well, you still recognize someone's
figure it
attractive,
out.
but you're your friend's girl.
Yeah.
I just like watching him. He was holding her feet last night too. In the they were sitting next to me, kept the face forward in the car.
What, you were watching that?
I couldn't. I wasn't watching. It was very dark, but I just saw her feet were up on you, and I saw your hand cupping it. I wasn't staring. It made me sound like the creep. How am I the creep? Because I noticed.
Right.
All of a sudden, he's a podiatrist.
Yeah, he's looking at us like we're all creepy. It's like you can't help but not notice.
He wanted to see if I was
even
staring at her feet. That's
Even
when
when you look
protective.
away, you're seeing stuff that they're doing.
Yeah, you can't help it. You just hear like, and you look at it, just in love again. Oh, kissing again. Are you good? That's good. I've been dumped for months, but I'm happy to see you two.
Oh,
That's what I need to pick my spirits up. Just my two friends.
Well, maybe I could find a girl for you. I have a lot of
I'll bang smug guy from the
CW.
Yeah.
But I thought you liked Linda Church.
Linda Church is, and when I said that she reminds me of Ozzy, I wasn't trashing her because I dated the girl for years. One of my ex-girlfriends many years ago always reminded me of Ozzy. And she was a very attractive girl, but from the 70s. She looked like Ozzy in the Paris video. And I would always tell her that. And she never understood that I meant that lovingly.
that's a compliment?
Oh, yeah.
That she looks like Ozzy?
No, no, but not in a bad way. There was a quality to her from the side. I used to push her hair. I'm like, could you just push your hair
You
back?
wanted her to look more like Ozzy.
I did.
Wow, that is kind of sick.
But yeah, if you have any
Coming from
friends,
me.
I'm sure you have hot friends.
Yeah, and I have a lot of guy friends too. So
That doesn't
tell
help.
me what you're looking for.
Oh,
exactly.
What do you
Girl.
need, Jim?
Yeah, girl.
Look kind of cute in that dress.
Well, see, just because he put the dress on, I mean, Jimmy, he likes girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep my eye open. We can do like a double date type of thing.
Ooh.
So
I might have somebody for that already.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Well, that would be nice. A couple of power couples out on the town.
No, a power couple, and the date getting the free meals. That'll be us. Or actually, how about the power couple and the two on the date that actually ate?
No, we're eating
you're
now.
gonna
Yeah.
Look, we're eating.
We've started.
We
We've
can
started
feel our
eating.
hands.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
tingly and
you're
Not tingling
you
a
guys
week
are
in the
starting to
morning.
eat finally?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, because Ant was getting a little too thin there. Thank God he's eating again.
We were having, we weren't eating much.
Oh, but I must say, the best spinach dip in Long Island, New York, is at F.H. Riley's.
400 New York Avenue.
Heart of Huntington, baby.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
And they already roped off the table that you guys sat at. No one else is allowed to sit at it.
Oh, good.
We're going there this week. I told you.
Yeah.
We have to go.
What day?
We'll be
'Cause
going back.
That would be perfect for my business. My brother's
you want to go
business.
Tuesday? Yeah.
Tuesday sounds good.
How about Friday?
Oh,
Or
no, we're
Saturday?
going to be away on vacation.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, they're already going on vacation.
We're going away.
On vacation? You have 2 days.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
A little 2-day vacation.
Where are you guys going?
What part of the country?
It's Nashville, Tennessee. It's the big
What?
CMA Music Festival. Oh, he loves country music.
Now he does.
Yeah, I love country music.
Holy ass.
You're going to the Country Music
my
Festival?
God.
Yes.
That's the Anthony I know.
I think we got some. Yeah, Danny, can you put this in there? I think we got audio from the train or the limo ride last night. You like country music, huh?
Well, you know something?
He's learning.
I'm open to anything, Opie.
Anything?
I'm open to any kind of music.
Okay.
Definitely not open to that.
What? Something that's been discussed already?
No.
Oh, all right.
Jesus, Jimmy.
No, women have weird things they want you to do sometimes.
What were you thinking?
We're going to go see Sex and the City movie, too, this week. Did you tell them that?
No, you didn't.
Oh, that, yeah, because I think it's just, you know something? It's one of those movies that I think a guy should see. I think you get to know, I think you get to know, like, women's thought processes a little better if you just go and see that movie. I think every guy should see it.
Jimmy, this is the trade-off. Anthony was sad and lonely, and we're happy for him, but this is the other side that we got to deal with now. Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with that? It grossed, 50-some-odd million. People are seeing it.
Danny's shaking his head.
Is there a problem?
Because Danny's sad, too, because another thing, these two used to drink together, Danny and Ant.
Aww.
That's gone. Keith, you're not hanging out anymore. You might as well pack up your room that you had in Anthony's house, because that's over.
No. The boys are always welcome. I'm one of the guys, and you guys are more than welcome to hang.
Yeah, they're feeling that.
Party like rock stars.
I have sex with my guy friends.
Isolate that.
I just want to come out of the closet.
I really want that isolated.
We don't even know when we could approach Anthony at this point.
Especially since Jill likes to drink, too. It's not like Anthony is a teetotaler and I got to get out with the boys. These two just back a Bud truck up and put a straw in it.
Or a wine bottle.
Yeah.
I have one in the bag for later.
Yeah, I know. One of the extra ones from last night. So
Okay.
might have that on the train.
I got audio from the limo back to the hotel last night.
Oh.
Which one you want to go to, Schmoopy?
You call me Schmoopy. You're Schmoopy.
You're Schmoopy.
You're Schmoopy.
All right, Schmoopies.
Bye, Schmoopy.
Bye, Schmoopy.
Hi, Schmoopy.
Hi, Schmoopy.
No, you're Schmoopy.
You're Schmoopy. Am I forgiven, Schmoopy?
Yes, Schmoopy.
You, Schmoopy, how about a little tuna? You want a little tuna fishy?
Boy, that train was laughing. Almost like a laugh track.
Oh, yeah.
You want some tuna? Tuna fishy? Tuna fishy.
That's funny.
Tuna fishy. That's great. I'm glad everybody's now going to be thoroughly disgusted.
Well,
As long as we're happy, honey.
yeah. Screw them.
Does this?
That's what I say.
Can you put this in something, please?
Sure.
People just jealous because we're happy.
I'm not.
That's all.
I'm happy for you, actually.
Oh.
You made me miss my girl yesterday.
I miss her, too. She's wonderful.
I was very sad. I was texting like crazy because I'm seeing love in front of my face. I'm like, I want to talk to my girl
Nice.
now.
Oh.
I only
Did you
texted
text
once and didn't hear
Schmoopy?
back.
Oh, God damn, Jimmy. Oh, poor Jimmy.
No, it's
No, it's great, right? Right, Jimmy? How great is it?
Being single is great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who wants someone to talk to on a trip? I'd rather watch you sleep and then be in love and Kenny bounce around looking for anyone to pet him.
And we also have the Antolini mixtape sing-along thing.
Oh.
Because
yeah.
we found out firsthand they like to sing
Yeah.
together.
Who doesn't?
That's wonderful. So we got this.
O&A Records is proud to present Long Island Royalty, the Antholini Sing-Along Mixtape.
A bottle of whites, a bottle of red.
You too can be Long Island Royalty and drink all night long, shrugging any responsibilities.
Take me home tonight. I don't wanna let you go to.
Whether you're driving to a christening off the Southern State Parkway or canoodling in a booth at F.H. Riley's, the Antholini Sing-Along Long Island Mixtape is perfect for you. Just like Ann and Jill, you'll sing all night long, because you know you're calling in sick to work tomorrow. You can be just like Anthony, in your Escalade, full of love, and staring at a tremendous rack.
I'll always love you for the rest of my days.
And just added, because I just found out, Anthony and Jill's own love theme to complete this incredible album.
Every little thing that you do, baby, I'm amazed by you.
It's Long Island Royalty, the Antholini Sing-Along Long Island Mixtape. Get yours today.
The smell of your skin.
There you go. Have you guys picked out a name for your first kid yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to keep some stuff private.
Anthony has a name picked out. It's called Family Planning.
Doc Martin. Yeah, but you didn't say it the same way you used to say it.
Oh, I didn't?
No, not really.
Did I turn for an approving look?
You sure did. Like, well, we'll see how cool she really is.
Oh, so you're going to the Country Music Awards. That's nice.
Well, not the awards. It's just the festival. Awards. We just
you know who you're going to see down there is Logan.
Really? ELO?
Yeah, he goes every year. Fan appreciation and all that, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing, yeah.
Concerts,
He's wanted us to
wow.
broadcast from there for a long time.
Well, I don't understand why we haven't.
And
Didn't we have a good time with Travis Tritt?
Yes, we did. We
Came
did a
on
great
the show.
interview with him back in the day.
He used to be
couple
a
years
10
ago.
knocker,
Sure.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's a 10 knocker too.
Oh, I heard about that.
So wait, you're going to go down there. What are you guys going to do? Just go dance?
No, I have a condo down there that I'm starting to rent out, so it's beautiful. We're going to go hang out there and then go to all the fun activities, and we're going to do some line dancing, maybe at the Wild Horse Saloon.
Going to the Wild Horse, Opie.
We'll go visit
little line
John Anthony,
dancing.
who's the program director of Highway 16.
Yeah,
He's a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
XM.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Look at everybody.
Why is everyone shaking their heads at me?
Well, Jimmy, you want to take this one?
I don't know, man. It seems fun. God damn it. I want to trash it, but it just seems fun.
See? We'll have fun.
No, you won't. It seems fun. It won't be.
Well, we're gonna
be sawdust and a bunch of hillbillies.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna hate them down there.
We're gonna wrap up. What did we learn today? We learned that they're officially a couple, even though we knew a little while ago. But they announced it on the air today that Anthony's now dating Jill, and Jill's now dating Anthony, and they are using the love word already, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
What else did we learn?
F.H. Riley's Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, they're going to... Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You just... how much you want?
Sit down there.
How much you want?
Just a new dress.
I'm going to have to start advertising because I'm going to get in trouble with the plugs. But you're going to be at F.H. Riley's this Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
All right. Long Island's rubbish?
Yeah. We were called Long Island. I thought it was royalty, but now, of course, people thinking
it is
rubbish.
royalty.
Yeah, is
Long
it?
Island royalty.
Have you been to Long Island, Jimmy?
Yeah.
All right.
They're the best thing Long Island has seen in a long time.
Since Joey and Amy.
Well, thank you.
No, there's less of an age difference between Joey and Amy.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, there is, isn't there?
Terrible.
No. We have to take a break and get out of here. But I started a new bit today. It's called Opie's Eye. And I mention that because I'm going to be capturing makeout pictures on the train all afternoon.
Right.
And, I'm going to get them up on onaradio.com immediately.
These will just be spontaneous pictures that you decide to take of whatever.
Whatever, yeah. but I'm going to start with you two. Actually, I got
Great.
the idea when I saw Keith just kind of carrying pink luggage. I couldn't help myself, so I, Opie's Eye, picked up my phone, took a picture of Keith, and bam, right up on the website. I'm going to do that from time to time now. Starting with you two, if you don't mind.
Thank you.
Oh, that'll be great.
I'll
as long as it's followed by a certain fiance getting out of the shower. Opie's Eye.
You know what? That's an excellent point, Ann. Opie doesn't close his eyes around the house.
Yeah, I'm sure. Actually, Opie's Eye. Let's be honest now.
Good point. All right, if you want that, then there's other horrific things I do in the bathroom. Sure, why not?
Well, it's got to take the bed with the good.
Yeah, why not? We have to hear about every single one of them. We might as well see them. Dude, 18 inches. Almighty.
That'll be part of
Coiled up
Opie's
like a
Eye.
cobra.
That'll be part of Opie's Eye.
I wouldn't mind, actually. I photograph every one of mine. I'm going to start a website.
I think I could have fun with this whole Opie's Eye bit, and the pictures will be up on onaradio.com. All right, we got to go. I want to thank the gang here at WBCN, including Dave Wellington, for having us. It was a lot of fun.
Been
The
very
SPP
cool.
show
Thanks.
was really, really good last night, and they were really good in Jersey as well. We just kind of had a problem with the fact that it took Scott Weiland over an hour and a half to get out of his bus to perform for everybody. Jill, thanks for coming up with us.
Thank you.
Anything else? Anybody? Kenny?
Thank you, Morton's, for breakfast, and thank you, Amazing Superstore, for sponsoring the show locally.
All right.
And thank you, Jill, for coming on your first road trip. Thank you, Jim, for putting on a dress. Thank you, Opie, for being everything
Who's
to me.
Opie? Besides you, obviously.
Opie.
Thank everybody.
That's it?
And thank you to Kenny for every time you get in front of a microphone talking with the gentle inflection of somebody making a hostage video. The imperialistic American forces.
Well, we got a train to catch. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later.
So long.